no. So you know what the biggest problem is when I'm off work is I watch stupid TV. And
You just get lost in it.
Yeah. So I didn't even. It wasn't even watching, and I didn't listen. But I was at the gym, and whatever TV station they had on was all infomercials. And there was a half-hour infomercial. And do you guys remember what was that? The one Tim something. Ooh, he was a monkey. Did the monkey noises?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Oh, he
Yeah.
did the monkey noises.
I vaguely recall that. Yeah.
Didn't he do the monkey noises? No, he did them.
Yeah, I know
He
what
was
you're
a
saying.
fixer
Yeah.
guy, right? And he always fucked everything up. So his sidekick was doing an infomercial, and it was a half hour. And again, I didn't listen to any of it. I just saw it on a hose.
Oh yeah, that copper hose or something like that, right?
Oh yeah, the hose
Yes.
that expands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was wanting to get one of those.
I actually just bought one.
Yeah, they're so light. They're like those.
Are you
nylon
kidding
hoses.
me?
Yeah.
No, I'm so tired of fighting with my hose and not being able to put it back into its container that I just bought. I literally bought it yesterday after I was swearing while I was putting my hose away.
No way. That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Because he must have had, I mean, there must have been, it was a half hour, there must have been 25 different people in this infomercial. And they were all in various fits of one of the things they always had is they had all these people holding the hose up, and I could literally read their lips. This is so light. And it was like, and everybody, they had old women, they had big buff guys, they had kids, they had all these people, and they were all saying the same thing. It's so light, and they're you know how they're lifting it up, right? And I'm just thinking, who the fuck? And the one old lady, I could see it. She does something, and she walks with it from one place to another and hooks it up, and I'm like, how many people unhook their hose and take it from one place to another? It's your fucking hose. It's stuck into the wall. It stays in the wall all the time, and it never really moves. The only time I got rid of my hose, the only time I undid my hose was to replace it with a new hose. It was just so weird.
It is a lighter hose, though. I think I've seen it around, and it does look. I mean, I guess when it's before you put the water in, it's really compact, which is nice. Because like a regular hose, I mean, it's really, and you got to, put it on the.
But a
thing,
half
the spool.
hour,
a
half hour.
That's called salesmanship.
To talk
called
about
salesmanship.
No, and the first thing it made me think of is how stupid are we as people?
That we need a half an hour to.
Yeah, but that they would say, listen, this is how we do it. We get this guy, the sidekick guy from Tim Allen's
Richard something.
Home
or
Improvement.
whatever.
That's what it was. Yeah. You go, we get this guy, and this guy is going to be the guy that can get everybody to buy this fucking hose.
Remember the sidekick doofus.
Remember the
Yeah.
Shamu? They had a whole
Oh, the ShamWow.
That guy.
Yeah.
I mean, you would think he was selling like gold, right? I mean, the way he was advertising it, he was. I mean, I was believing. I was like, I gotta get a ShamWow, and I'm like, I don't even want the goddamn thing,
Okay, so
it was like, sell me this pen.
Well, I can admit it right now.
You have a ShamWow.
I bought a ShamWow, and you know what? You know, I can say for sure it was sham crappy. That's the one thing.
No, but there was two guys that did it. There was like an older guy, and I think he passed away. Then like a younger guy took his spot, and they were hawking the exact same product.
So funny.
And then the young guy, he was almost as good as the old guy. Do you remember that? There was like an older guy.
Oh, he died.
Oh,
South Park made fun of him.
He was the guy that did all the
Yeah, he did all those things. Every single thing you had.
Yeah, but then he croaked, and then like a younger guy. I didn't see what else he was hawking, but the younger guy like was doing the ShamWow. And I'm like, man, this guy's pretty. I mean, I'm never going to buy one, but this guy was good.
Well, you know what?
I didn't buy the hose because of the commercial, the infomercial. I went on and looked at all the reviews, and it got like 9.9 stars, like the best.
9.9. What
9.9 out of 10 or whatever.
Everything I have is 5 stars.
Not stars. Like it was rated 9.9 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Oh, man.
And it's light.
Oh my God, dude! It was so crazy that they just kept on over and over and over. I mean, the people, and you know what the best part was, and it was one of the 2 infomercials I watched. They had such a giant fake smile on their face, just like, this is the greatest thing I've ever bought. And then they just had this smile like, you know what? I won $1 million and I threw it away, and instead I went and bought this hose. It's the greatest thing ever.
What if you don't have a lawn? What if you live in like Arizona where you just have like scrub and cacti?
Well, you just carry it around with you.
Oh, okay.
Just carry it around with you.
So okay.
Look, it's so light.
Just to carry it around, yeah.
Here, so this is why they carry it around. So the guy goes to like a park, and there's a dog, 2 people with a dog, and he hooks the hose up, okay? And this is the part that freaked me out. He hooks the hose up, and he starts very gently letting the dog drink out of the hose, right? And then The two people are standing there with the dog. There's no cut. It's all one shot. He then takes the hose and puts it in his mouth and drinks it and gives it back to the dog. And the two people there, they're actors, but they clearly are doing this. Oh, my God, that was really gross. That was super weird and super gross.
Yeah.
And then that guy is just, the Richard guy, he's so excited. He's so happy that this dog is drinking from the hose. I don't know, man. It just, it was weird. And then the other one I saw was about some scrubber, some electric scrubber thing.
I bought that too. No, just kidding. No.
Oh, that little scrubby thing? Or that thing you said?
It's electric. It's electric scrubby.
One,
No, it's electric. It's a circle. It goes around in a circle. Okay. And it literally is so much better. So this is my favorite thing. Again, another 25 people in this one, right? 25? And they show, so they show happy people.
It's like a cult.
It was. They show happy people doing it, but then they show 2 or 3 people it's a half hour. So every 10 minutes, they show some exasperated, just an exasperated woman, right? And everyone's a woman who just throws herself on the couch with a giant cold press as fake things.
Tendinitis.
She's so sore.
Right, show red, and it's just red and sore, and she's just wiped out from having to clean without this circly thing. And then they go back, and this is great. They go back a few minutes later, and they show her just as the happiest person. I mean, she's either legitimately the happiest person in the world, or they just gave her like I don't know, as much cocaine as you could possibly get.
They just inject her with heroin, obviously.
Yeah. She was just so fucking happy to have this cleaner thing, and it just and she again, and we're not watching, but she shows her arm and she stretches her arm back and forth. It's just like this.
I'm just fine.
Yeah, everything's fine. Before I was literally stuck on a couch, unable to move. And all of my joints were really weirdly red on TV.
No, my favorite one is like the vacuum cleaner that can go under like certain things, but then like what they show it go under is like something you could just like easily just move out of the way, just vacuum. But you can't move this like very lightweight object. You have to somehow be able to just
make your way around and
maneuver.
And you can't. And then they become. I love how they always become exasperated. Everything is the end of the world. Yeah. It was great.
Just remember this. 3-minute apps. No, man.
No, man. No. It's so weird. Okay, so I do have some really great news.
Ooh.
Okay, Teddy,
so exciting.
Are you ready for really great news?
Oh yeah.
Quicksand is back.
Really? What? Remember that was that a game Pitfall from Atari? I was talking about that.
Yeah, it's real now. Yeah. Quicksand is back. Remember when we were kids?
Yeah, it was always in the movies. People were always getting stuck in quicksand.
And so everyone was constantly getting stuck in quicksand. It was like every cowboy and every explorer, literally.
Anybody in a jungle or anything.
Everybody.
There's quicksand.
Not anybody. Yeah. Everybody in a jungle.
Yeah.
Like it was impossible to avoid quicksand. Like you could be in a place where it's just dirt, and then there's just one spot, and he's like, I'm just going to walk through this sand. He said, oh, Rob, I wouldn't do it. I say, no, I'm going to do it. I don't really give a shit. And he's like, I just wouldn't do it. And he walks in, and boom, he's gone.
And they all have they were always wearing like heavy camping gear to hasten their sinking into the quicksand.
Right, and there's a dramatic rescue.
Well, doesn't it remind you of Blazing Saddles? Where they throw the rope in and they save the little trolley and they let the two guys start sinking. Oh my God! It's just but yeah, it's back. It's back, and it's back at. Are you ready? Main Beach State Park.
Okay.
So they had some sort of flooding. And there is now actually quicksand.
So it's like, obviously, it's a natural phenomenon that occurred. And, of course, here's what's going to happen. Some influencer or TikToker or YouTuber is going to want to have to go into the quicksand to see if they can escape it while they film it.
Yes.
And either they're going to be fined for going into a restricted area, or the quicksand's going to win, right? I mean, or Darwin's going to win, right? Well, there could be no other.
If quicksand wins, Darwin wins, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we should take a trip.
Yeah.
We could go. You know what? Instead of just fun places, we could go to the world's most dangerous places.
Deathy places.
What about this? Why can't you have a quicksand pit that only goes up to, say, your waist, and you can just feel what it's like to sink in quicksand, but not actually die in it? See, that's like a happy medium. Why does the quicksand have to go over your head?
But shouldn't it be dangerous?
Well, I mean,
Ted, if there's not the
man-made quicksand.
Yeah.
I mean, people would pay for that. People would pay to
have sinking quicksand. Who the fuck would pay to have sinking quicksand?
It's like being in a rip current. You want to feel what it's like to be in a rip current, but not actually taken out to sea. You don't
so
want that
this is
part.
our second death thing we can do.
So you just don't want to die. You just want
you
the
could be in quicksand and a rip current.
Yeah, you just want to. Yeah. You just want to feel what it's like without actually the consequences of it.
Is that like a really slow roller coaster? I mean, you know what? I want to try a roller coaster, but I'm not really into fast or up and down or upside down or any of those things.
Any of those things.
Yeah. What about a merry-go-round? Fuck you. That's for pussies. Yeah. but it is back, and here's what they did. So there is, I guess, some places that they actually came up with some tips in case you get into quicksand.
Yeah, like survival guides.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here it is. Are you ready? This is it.
This might come in handy for a tip later.
Yeah, it might. Panic immediately, thrash as much as possible, and use up all your air by screaming loudly.
Okay.
No. So no, they legit came up. It's posted on all their websites. Like, relax. You're not going to sink all the way in. You know, you can.
It's not like in the movies.
Yeah, you can walk yourself out of it. Just try not to get too freaked out. Yeah. But if you sunk in quicksand, you immediately.
After all those movies that we saw, yeah.
Now, what exactly is quicksand?
It's sand that you sink into. Okay. I have no idea. I did not.
So it
get
probably happened because you said there was flooding or something.
Yeah,
and
there's some kind of flooding, and now
so
there's.
It's like a sinkhole because it's like a natural.
It is
kind of
like a sinkhole. Yeah, it is kind of like a sinkhole filled with sand, and now they're all not all over, but they're in this Maine Beach State Park. So if you're in Maine and you're listening, and you sent a loved one that you don't really love out there, or you're gonna make sure they go to Maine Beach State Park, and you can get a little map of where it is, and maybe just walk next to them and just kind of inch them over towards that.
After you've updated their life insurance policy, of course.
Here, you know what, honey? Could you just hold these lead bars? Just put them in your pocket, please. Yeah, just go ahead and do that. Yeah.
And you know what? I buried a diamond ring like right over there. If you could just go find that, it's for you.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't it be great? Okay, and I just want to say, will you marry me? Oh, yes. Okay, the ring is just right over there.
So they just arrested a guy. I guess he's like a dual. No, this reminded me of this. So it's like
quicksanding someone?
No. It's like a dual. He has like dual U.S. Serbian citizenship, and so he's married to this woman. I guess the woman's like 4'11". So supposedly he goes on vacation to Serbia. He rents a car. He drives. He puts 5,000 miles on the rental car. And what they think happened is like he goes to this woman's apartment because she's living in Spain, and he's like, he's on a motorcycle. He's got a helmet, so I guess he like disables the security camera, and with like spray paint, and then like they just show like him wheeling out a suitcase, presumably with the woman's body in it, because I guess she's a small woman, and she's gone, and of course he's pleading like not guilty, and I guess he sold a bunch of his rental properties. It's all real fishy. So long story short, I guess they traced of course they got him on video camera buying the exact same spray paint that was used to cover up the camera lens, which of course is only circumstantial evidence. I'm sure it's all a huge misunderstanding at the end of the day.
He didn't mean to put her in the suitcase. She just crawled right in there.
Wait a minute.
We don't know if it's her.
She's tiny.
He drove there in a motorcycle, but he took off in a car?
No, what happened was he rented a car wherever he went to Serbia, and then he drove. So the rental car company logged like basically 5,000 miles on the rental car. Somehow he got a motorcycle, and he like took the plates off the car and the motorcycle to use fake plates, and they could tell that he switched that the plates were switched. But obviously there's video surveillance of the toll roads that he's driving on, so even though they didn't see him, they have the car. So I'm just saying it's a strong circumstantial evidence case, so it's just kind of funny, when these guys get caught, they go through all these elaborate means, and then, but it's always buying the drum at Home Depot, or always buying like the cleaning supplies at Home Depot that gets you, right? Paying cash, you're on video camera, duct tape, cleaning supplies, 50-gallon drum.
Well, he only needed a 25-gallon drum. She was small.
And then somebody disappears the next. And then the one closest to you, who's causing you the most angst in your life, just miraculously disappears the next day, which is great for you. And
that, you know what? Here's the problem. No matter what you read, no matter what you see, you can never beat all the surveillance and stuff, right? I mean, honestly, getting away with murder is literally, unless you're rich, very, very rich, is impossible.
I hate to say it. I'm not advocating it, but the only way to really get away with murder, if you just live in like a remote part of the world where there's no surveillance, no police officers, no nothing. Like if you just live in the jungle somewhere, right? Like the hunting accident, right? That's the perfect one. Because everyone's got guns, right? You're there and you shoot somebody and say, oh, I thought it was a deer or a bear.
So the Dick Cheney?
The Dick Cheney,
yeah. The Dick Cheney mishap,
Yeah.
So. What happened? Well, I saw a deer right behind you. There's no deer anywhere here. There were no deer. Yeah. God, could you?
And I missed you in that bright orange outfit.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know what? I think, honestly, I think quicksand is really the only way to go now. I think it's the foolproof way of doing it. Yeah.
Maybe that could just be Ted's tip
every
time.
You're talking about like for like a suicide? Just drown
No, to put somebody, to get rid of somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have to do quicksand. Because there's no other way to do it. I mean,
I can think of some other ways.
Oh my God!
I won't tell you what they are.
Please don't.
Get eaten by a bear, mountain lion.
How are you going to set up getting eaten by a mountain lion.
Hey,
Here,
no one says it's
honey.
gonna be easy.
Honey, the ring is in the mountain lion's mouth.
So we know bears can smell food at least 3 miles downwind. That's why you always have to hang your food up. So here's what you do: you just have a tent and you just put some nice little burger
wait a
meat
minute.
in
If
the
they
tent.
can if they can smell food 3 miles away, how would hanging it in a tree help?
No, you wouldn't hang it in the tree. You'd hang it in the tent where.
Why would
you'd put it in the tent where?
I see what you're saying. So you're
you
saying
want to attract a bear.
So you're saying
you don't want to repel a bear. You want to
you
attract
take the
bear.
person out camping with you.
Yeah, camping
that you
with
care about.
That you care about.
And then
you really
separate,
care about it.
You have separate tents
Separate
because
tent.
you want to maintain your virginity right up until the night of your wedding.
Yeah. Well, you have a bear tracker on your app on your watch there to see where
Then they're going to know, Ted. It's the technology that gets you every time.
People can't see
No,
Ted
quicksand.
walking like a bear
you
with
have to
his
excuse-
hands.
You did finger walking.
You have to excuse yourself to use the bathroom. Then you put a Five Guys burger with a value meal in the tent.
Oh my God!
You
know what?
Just saying.
You know what, Ted? I hope at some point you run across someone that you absolutely want to get rid of.
I have no.
And then when you get arrested, I want to see all the stuff that you did, like a bear. So I had the bear hide in the quicksand. Okay, first of all.
Look, that search history was on Matt's computer. I don't have anything on mine. So.
I gave him a syringe full of poison.
The bear. So when she gets into the sand,
it stayed on the hard drive.
Yeah, the bear doesn't bite her. He just injects her with the poison.
Right.
Holy shit!
And he just steps right out of the quicksand. He's fine.
You saw not Cujo, but the one, the prophecy, the one with the bear that ate the
prophecy.
mercury.
Yeah.
Bit the guy's head off. Yeah, you need a rabid bear.
That wasn't called prophecy.
Yeah,
I think it was called prophecy. Yeah,
I'm pretty
it
sure.
was?
It was. Yeah,
Honestly,
it was a weird
was.
title. Yeah, it was like a pre-sequel to Cujo. You know, the rabid dog. This is
I
a
don't
rabid
think it
bear.
had anything to do with Cujo.
No.
Stephen King did not write.
No, but I'm saying it was like a rabid bear. And it was because it ate mercury out of the river because there was a lumber.
Yeah, we all saw it.
Lumber factory.
We all saw it when we were
nearby.
kids. Yeah. Bite the guy's head off, and the head the guy's head is off, but the body still shakes. Yeah, it's the shot of all like heads coming off
exactly.
where the body still shakes.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if it was the precursor to that. It might have been, and then everybody just like, oh, we have to do that one. Yeah. Like you chomp the head off.
Right.
And
then the body's
and
just...
then the blood spurts out.
Because that was back in the early 80s. That was before, there was really heavy-duty special effects and AI. So that was like, because you didn't really see a lot of blood and guts movies in the theater. Because there was no Netflix. Obviously, you had to actually go to a movie theater, unless you're Pee Wee Herman. Maybe you just, you took that night off or something.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Because,
you know what?
You can't be a single guy in a movie theater these days. That's taboo.
Actually, you know what? I think it's time to get to what we're doing because that actually ties in very well. All right, this is the Real Three Idiots podcast, and happy National Forklift Safety Day.
Oh.
Have you guys ever driven a forklift?
No, but I know people have. But I've seen those YouTube videos like people having a bad day at work, and of course, there's always the guy in the forklift, and he goes to pick up a pallet very carefully, and obviously, it spills over like all the pallets in the warehouse completely.
That is
on
crazy.
The floor.
That would be a bad day.
Yeah, that's a bad day.
I actually have driven a forklift.
Yeah. What'd you think?
I mean, not a big deal.
Actually,
it's funny. I went to go see one of Jack's softball games last week, and there was a guy there who drove a forklift, and unfortunately, I had to hear for 5 minutes about driving a forklift. Yeah, it was absolutely fucking painful. It was really painful.
what was he forklifting did he get that
Man,
part?
you know what? I so completely
shrink wrap pallets, obviously.
dude. I so
Shrink wrap pallets.
completely ignored everything that he said that it had no value to me whatsoever. It was just this rambling lunacy.
Just some random guy started talking to you.
No, it was a guy in his team, and I
You
made the mistake.
You made the mistake of making eye contact.
There was a rain delay.
That was
there was a rain delay.
That was your first mistake. Yeah.
There was a rain delay.
That was your first mistake.
Yeah, Jack and I were talking. He went to go talk with another guy,
Yeah.
and this guy was there, and I'm like, "Hey, how long you been on the team?" And that was it. Then I actually looked for quicksand. The first thing I was like, "I'm going to dive right into this shit. I just want to be done. I'm going to go head first, just in case it's only up to my waist. Then I'm dead."
Right.
So when are you guys going out?
Yeah. You know what? It was kind of like that. Okay. Let's see, Teddy, are you ready for your deal?
I'm excited about this new little segment that might be short-lived, depending on the answers.
It will. So we've been doing Ted's Tips for a while, and we're kind of tweaking it. And tonight we are debuting Ted's Tall Tales.
Oh.
Yes, Ted is going to tell a lie today. I'm pretty excited about this. All right. I actually have since Mark is not with us, everybody's probably heard that. He's just not talking.
He's just not talking. He's just pouting in the corner.
All right, so Mark, it's 19 minutes, 42 seconds. You can start talking. Go ahead. Yeah. So I have a poem because I like the concept of the poem so that we can kind of debut this. The cicadas are out being so noisy while Ted tips a guy all the way in Boise. The bunnies hop and jump and play, but Teddy is focused on the woman in L.A. But today, Ted has a new way to help the masses. It won't involve hitmen or any of his favorite poison gases. This week, Teddy is going to give something new a try. Today, Teddy is going to teach us all how to lie.
Oh.
Yeah. So when I sent that out, what did I say that a couple weeks ago? That I wanted wanted you to get a lie. So just start off with, Ted, I need a lie. I got a bunch. Did not like the beginning ones, but last night I got this one. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Ted, I need a lie. Good day, idiots. Love the show. I need a Whopper. About 6 months ago, I told my girlfriend I would go on holiday with her and her family. A few of my mates put together a trip during the same week. I need a doozy. It can't be work-related. My job doesn't have any outside demands, and an illness won't work. Ted, you have to save me. William, 34, Brisbane, Australia. And are you ready for this? This was why I said home run, right? My mate Aubrey says he won't go to the movies by himself anymore because he's worried everyone thinks he's masturbating.
Yeah, we slut shamed him. We slut shamed him. It's okay. It's okay, Aubrey.
That's the best.
Okay,
I couldn't believe that. I laughed so loud when I read that.
Aubrey, here's just a quick tip. You can actually buy prosthetic arms and hands on Amazon, and so your real hands could actually be where you really want them to be, while your fake ones could be in your pockets.
Wow.
So you get it all covered. Yeah. So you're like Dr. Octopus. You got
Wait, are you saying
little misdirection, Aubrey? It's okay.
Are you saying they have like masturbating arms on Amazon?
No, you're gonna use your real arms. You're gonna use the
fake
department
arms.
store mannequin arms.
Just sitting there
Just,
on the
Yeah,
So you're just buying
on the armrest.
Hold on.
yeah,
So
it's just a little misdirection.
So you're back.
It's just a little-
You
it's just a
still
little
can't get
misdirect-
away from the tips.
Just a little misdirection.
Yeah, you can't get away from the tips. And your tip is if you want to go to the movies by yourself and masturbate.
I don't want to keep
you can buy
Aubrey.
fake mannequin arms.
I don't want to keep Aubrey away from what he really wants to do. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
Aubrey's gonna thank you for this.
He just did.
No, I don't think he does masturbate. I think he's worried that people will think he's masturbating.
But you know what?
I don't think his plan was, now I can't go and masturbate. 'Cause I'm
If
gonna
he
get
brings a
caught.
second
If
set of
people-
arms, they'll definitely.
Aubrey, guess what? If people are already worried you're masturbating, you might as well just jerk off.
Oh my God.
You're already guilty. You might as well just do it.
Aubrey, I'm begging you, don't start masturbating because Ted is telling you to masturbate. Okay, please don't do that. I just think. Listen, and by the way, if you're going to masturbate, just masturbate at home. Okay, really?
Right.
Just masturbate at home. Don't go to movie theater to do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can make your own room dark. You don't need to go to a dark
Yeah.
theater.
You know what? Turn on Netflix. Okay, watch Prophecy, the movie about the rabid bear, right? Because that'll get you going.
Sure. The wiggly body.
Like you said, if you get to the movie on time, by the time they get done with all the credits and the commercials and the prequels,
You could be done.
You could have been done like 3 times, and you could just enjoy the movie. You're gonna need
Sound asleep.
You're gonna need a cigarette and a nap after that.
Oh my God! All right, Teddy. William needs a lie to get out of going with his girlfriend so he can go with his buddies.
That's a noble cause. Okay, look, William. Okay, I can't give you anything specific, but I'm going to tell you. I'm going to give you a 2-part lie. So So actually, it's the second part that's going to be better than the first part. So the first part, like you said, you can't use work or an illness. So you're just going to say something. You're going to keep it vague. You can say, "Honey, whatever, Lindsay, whatever your name is. Whatever a common name for a woman is in Australia." I know. I'm just making stuff up.
girlfriend,
Yeah,
yeah.
your girlfriend. Unfortunately, unbeknownst to me, when I scheduled the holiday with you and your wonderful family, and of course. I was looking forward to going to this more than anything, but unfortunately I have a scheduling conflict that weekend.
What is
Number
it?
one, my good friend. No, I'm sorry, my good friend just got engaged. I need to support.
No. She's going to know that immediately. Come on, Ted.
Okay.
They're girlfriend and boyfriend.
Listen. I got a family emergency. I can't talk about it. It's
Which one? Who's dead? I'll stay. I won't go.
Okay, but that's
it's more important. William, it's more important that I spend time with you. Ted, you're losing right now. There's no way that she gets out of this.
I didn't get to the second part of the lie. Okay, so the first part of the lie is kind of benign, and yeah, she's
They
going
have a horrible communication.
Scheduling conflict.
She's going to ask questions. She's going to say, "Honey, as God is my witness, I have a scheduling conflict."
Immediate lie.
As God is my witness, I have a scheduled conflict. I have a family emergency. I can't talk about it. It's a little embarrassing, but honey, I love you so much. I'm gonna give you this promise ring, and I was hoping that maybe we could talk about a possible engagement when you get back from vacation.
Oh.
Now here's the second part where the second part kicks in. She's obviously gonna be so enamored with that part that she's gonna be like, oh well, it's okay, baby. You don't have to go on vacation. I'm going to basically spend the rest of my life with this man. Now, when she comes back from vacation,
you break up with her immediately.
You say, honey, I was doing an ancestry DNA test, and unfortunately, I have abnormal chromosomes that precludes me from having healthy children. So therefore, I do not want to prevent you from having the family you deserve. So therefore, as much as it pains me, I'm going to have to break up with you.
I don't think he wants to break up with her, though.
What the fuck? What is wrong with you?
Look,
he wasn't looking to get out of the relationship.
Ted,
I think he likes the girlfriend.
He could just dump her beforehand. I think he wants to keep her.
Well, you could modify that lie. You could just say, I took a DNA test. There might be some serious medical issues. I'll get back to you. And of course, if he wants to stay with her, then he can just say, oh, you know what? It turned out okay.
I think you were on a good track, though. Why not just get engaged?
Get engaged right away. Get engaged before she goes on the trip. So all those endorphins.
So he doesn't have to go on vacation. Okay, hold on a second.
I don't know.
Listen to me. Hold on a second. There is not one person listening right now who thinks that is a viable concept.
Well, it's better than breaking up with her.
Okay, those are both terrible ideas. Okay, they're both terrible ideas. Ted.
Okay.
Ted.
What else do you have, Ted?
Well, I'm saying depending on her reaction. Wait, it's like I said. The cool thing about this is you can play it any way you want. So basically, here's what you do: you're going to get You're not going to get engaged. You're going to get pre-engaged. You're not going to give her like a diamond ring. You're going to give her like a promise ring and say, you know what? I think you might be the
beer
one.
Can ring.
The little one with the little crystal.
Yeah,
with the candy on it.
Yeah.
Just say, you know what? I want to
get just a candy necklace. Just give her a fucking here. Why don't you give her a candy necklace?
Or the glow in the dark one they sell at the carnival.
Here's some Smarties.
The one they sell at the carnival, the glow in the dark one. Yeah, give her that.
Here's some Smarties. Let's talk. You know what? I'm going to go hang out with my buddies. Yeah. You go with your folks. Yeah. We'll talk about getting engaged. Yeah. And by the way, my dick fell off. I mean, what the fuck?
Except when you get back, it'll be back on.
And then she comes back, okay? And you obviously want to. You want to keep her as your girlfriend. You want to keep her as your girlfriend. And you don't want to dump her, but you don't want to get engaged. So that's when you have to say, unfortunately, DNA testing came back, and
I'm your cousin.
That's what I thought he was going to go.
Exactly what I thought he was going to say.
Now you know where their Y chromosome is supposed to be. It's actually an XXX chromosome, and what that means, I don't even know what that means. But I talked to a genealogist, and apparently our kids could have serious case of dwarfism. I don't know, and so maybe just for our sake,
pituitary dwarfism.
Tertiary syphilis. I don't know. It could be anything.
This doesn't seem extremely extreme to you. I mean, what woman in her right mind? Okay, so first you're going to say
love is blind.
First you're going to say it's not stupid. Jesus Christ. So first you're going to say that you have a family emergency so brutal that you can't tell the girl you're dating.
You know what? It's just one of those things. I can't talk. It's embarrassing.
I can't talk about it now.
I can't talk about it now.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you
sooner or later, Ted.
Yes.
She's gonna meet all of your. Let's just say that they can get married and they have kids, and she's gonna look at every single person.
But he can't have kids because he has a DNA chromosome.
What if he wants it? I just don't see. I don't see how this doesn't backfire.
And
on
this
him.
is why it's short-lived.
You can have the family. Okay, you could have a family member that's unverifiable. Uncle Bob flew in from
Okay,
New
what
Zealand.
if she asks your mom? What? Okay, so now you're at his family party.
Yes.
Right. And say, hey, what about that Uncle Bob? We're like 3 eyes and 2 arms, and she goes, we don't have an Uncle Bob.
Well, that's where you got to swear to secrecy. You can say it's an embarrassing family secret. You have to promise not to tell anybody, please, just between you and me.
Oh my God!
You have to take ownership. You have to take ownership.
You're fucking with me right now. That sounds so ridiculous.
And then when she comes,
why don't you just say he's one of the 3 Stooges and he has to go do a movie?
You get engaged to keep her happy and buy yourself some time. And when she comes back, depending on her what your goals are, if you want to still date her, you can kind of ride that for a while. And if you want to, if you feel that's necessary to break up, if it becomes too much, that's when you say, hey, you know what? Unfortunately, I have dwarfism in the family or something, and I can't have kids. I'm sorry.
Why don't you just tell her I have a club foot? She's like, I've seen your feet. I could have a club foot. It might grow into a club foot. I have no idea. I don't even know how club feet work, but my doctor, Dr. Ted.
No, you show him a picture of the Elephant Man from like the 1800s and say this. I actually found I'm related
Uncle Bob.
to John.
This is Uncle Bob.
This is Uncle Bob.
Are you happy now? Are you happy now? You embarrassed me in front of my whole family. This is my fucking Uncle Bob. Jesus Christ. Ted.
William, I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors.
You know what I guarantee? I guarantee that no one is going to ask you for a lie again. Yeah. I mean, I just don't understand how this. I don't understand.
You know what's going to happen is he's going to think about this. He's going to be like, that's ridiculous. And he's going to be like, this could work.
Oh my God.
Or you could do the simple thing. You could just bail on your buddies and go with them next time and just go on vacation with the girlfriend, right?
But he doesn't want to.
Well, then
he clearly doesn't want to.
Then you have to do what I'm advising.
Then you have to.
Oh,
you have to.
Okay, William, please get back to me and let me know if you did anything that Ted said. I mean, literally, even talking to your girlfriend. Let me know if you did that. Because I feel like if you said any of the words that Ted said in any order, with any other words, you are going to be broken up with immediately.
Look, he's already got the sympathy factor. Look, she's already he already proposed, right? Kind of not proposed, but quasi proposed. So she's going so that's gonna buy him some time, and then he's gonna have a serious medical condition. Of course, it's going to be undiagnosed and unverifiable. So now he's got the sympathy factor. So he's got both those things working his way.
Ted, when you fuck up at work, how do you not get fired immediately? I just feel like whatever. Now I'm questioning everything you've ever said to me when you've gotten out of something. Honestly, when I'm just like, hey, we're doing this, and you're just like, oh, I can't do it. So do you want to get engaged? I'm literally you've asked me to get engaged like 11 times. So now I'm thinking you've lied to me every single one of those times. Look, there's no answer to that. God damn it.
And then you have an older friend get on the phone as an eminent psychologist and say, William, unfortunately, we've just diagnosed William as a pathological liar who unfortunately cannot distinguish between reality and fantasy. It's not his fault. He's in therapy. He's in talk therapy right now.
This is really going. You know what? And you could be, because we talked about this before, how we could be part of this. Yeah. You could be Dr. Ted.
I can get on the phone right now and just say, Emily, whatever her name is, Emily.
You really are throwing out names. You really want to find
Dr. Matt. Yeah. Dr. Matt. Unfortunately, William's been a patient. This is Dr. Privilege. This is Dr. Patient Confidentiality.
I am not allowed to talk about this. So let me just tell you what's going on.
Let me just tell you briefly. William unfortunately has some serious psychological issues that date back to childhood where he's unable to distinguish between fantasy and reality. It's not his fault.
She's going to break up with him.
Yeah, I mean, I think his goal is to stay with her, but
don't break up with him. just stick with We're gonna put him on. We're putting him on 3 antipsychotic medications right now. It's gonna be under control. Okay. Let's not go that far, William.
I think maybe Ted's idea of just go on the family trip and plan another friend's trip might be the best.
Yeah, actually, your buddies will still be there. They're just guys, right?
Yeah.
They're just guys, right? You're not going to hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
They're going to have fun without you. So.
William, listen to me. Whatever is going to happen, whatever you're going to do, go on that trip, man. Because you're going to end up marrying somebody you don't want to marry. You're going to end up getting engaged. You're going to end up marrying somebody you don't want to marry. Also, you could spend 5 days with your friends because some idiot told you the most convoluted and ridiculous thing I have ever heard in my life.
The worst thing that happens is there's extra Foster's beer left over. They're going to drink it for you because you're not there. Okay, and they'll be happy. They'll thank you.
I told you I had a guy from Australia at the house. Yeah. He was a friend of a friend of a friend. Yeah. And I got him Foster's, and that's like piss water. That's like old style for them.
Well, I think Heineken's like piss water, like in wherever it's from. That's like the low end beer wherever. Yeah. Holland, wherever it's from. Yeah. So
I no idea. I don't know what are you doing there, Teddy? Okay.
Hacker-Shore Weiss, is that? I'm sorry you don't like
Hacker-Shore?
that beer. Hacker-Shore,
yeah.
I have no idea. It's a very stout German beer.
Do you see how he changed? This would be perfect. He could be the doctor, right? And then he could just start talking. And after like 5 minutes on the phone, this girl's gonna be like, "Okay, you,
right?
I believe you. I think the problem is the doctor." William, you need a new doctor. Everything's fine.
Yeah, Emily, I'm in his file right now, and it's.
Wait, so Ted could actually, he could have the doctor talk to her before he goes on the vacation and say, I've advised him that he needs to not go on your vacation. Yeah, he needs to go on.
He has some internal issues that need to be resolved. That can only be done with male bonding, unfortunately, Emily.
Ready? Emily, where are you going? We're going to Germany. You can't go there. Well, we can always switch and go to Holland. No, you can't go there either. You know what? Really, and then you find out that his buddies are like going to Spain. He's really the only place that he could go is Spain. And if he was around any women or
those guys
anybody like that, it wouldn't work.
Those guys are going to Thailand. They're going to Bangkok.
You think it's just like a whore party, you think?
Oh, big time. Yeah, all the guys from Australia go to Bangkok. That's like code. When guys say we're going on holiday, guys from Australia go to Bangkok.
Oh.
Wait, and you know this how?
Just trust me on this one.
Okay.
Emily, your man's going to Bangkok.
Yeah.
And by the way, what are you doing later? You got a really good voice, yeah. You know my doctor. best. That is awesome. Okay, you know what? You know what? Now that I think about it, this worked perfectly. This worked better than I thought it could have worked.
Yeah.
And please continue to send. And like I said, we got a few. This was the best one out of the bunch.
It's the only one out of the bunch.
Well, no.
I know that the ones that you got.
Yes.
Yeah, I had some other ones
we'll do it for a while. Then if we get negative audience feedback, guess what? We'll stop doing it. I got a feeling that
Ted,
people are going to hear
no
this.
one. Ted, no one says anything bad about you at all. Honestly. Well, you know what? No, it's got to be 20-1. Yeah, for every 20 bad things they say about me, they say one bad thing about you.
Why do you say mean
Yeah,
things about
and
you?
usually it involves me. Why do you pick on Ted so much? And I'm just like, you know what? If you hung out with them instead of just listening for like an hour and a half, if you hung out with them for like 2 hours, just that extra half hour, you would do the same fucking thing. Yeah, that's so weird. All right, so this is kind of scary. In September, researchers in Japan, excuse me, are going to inject, I don't know what, into humans to regrow teeth.
Yeah, I never heard of that one. That's a new one.
So, we can, obviously, our bones mend.
Right.
So, teeth and bones are made out of the exact same thing. Yeah. Right. And they have done some trials on animals that are similar to humans. I don't know, rats. That's how
Usually
test is
yeah.
rats. I don't know. But, yeah, we'll be able to they're hoping that we can regrow teeth.
Well, aren't they doing that with like organs? Like they're growing like they're harvesting like pig organs, or they're just raising certain like animals that
pigs.
Because they're compatible.
Because some guy with the first pig heart transplant, he just recently passed away, but I guess he lived for a lot longer than they thought. Because it's obviously it's in infantile stages. But yeah, if you could artificially grow organs in the lab, that would be helpful. Because think of all the people on the organ donor waiting list. Oh, so here's another side story, real quick. So I guess a doctor who's one of the preeminent quote unquote organ transplant doctors in the country. They come to find out that this jerk off was actually playing God by taking people off the organ donor list because he didn't like them. Like he didn't think they deserved it.
Wow.
So he was like moving them down the list. Like he had access to whatever database because he's
what?
Yeah. So they found out he was doing this for like years. So people who were like in line to get say a heart or liver transplant, he decided unilaterally that they didn't deserve it because maybe they weren't going to make it anyway, or
Wow. How do you know what? I always think about that. Like, how do you, when you do something so heinous like that, how do you wake up every day? Like, how are you justifying that?
Well, he obviously did. So, I mean, he didn't turn himself in. He got caught. I don't know how they caught him, but they caught him, And of course, he's a, well-respected.
By whom?
Not by anyone anymore.
Wow.
Not by anyone anymore. So
I mean, and he'll never get the punishment. I mean, obviously, people died because he did that.
Right.
And he'll never get the punishment that goes along with that, which I would imagine would be like just having the family members just beat him to death, right? Like a piñata.
It's like the nurse who works in like a hospice and injects insulin into people's, who really are critically ill, but they inject insulin or air bubbles into their IVs to prematurely kill them. It's still murder, even though they were, going to die anyway.
Yeah, so but those people, I mean, those chicks are guys and chicks. They're messed up.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're
killing people.
They just convicted some woman in UK. I think she had like 34 counts against her before they caught her. But yeah, there's a lot of
again. I like the piñata thing.
Disgusting.
I have to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I like the families get to beat her like a piñata.
Yeah,
and they get to decide when they stop
until things start falling out of the person.
It's just like prophecy until her head comes off and she wiggles. But the family can decide when to stop. All the families, it's like, all right, you know what? We don't want to kill her, or other people can be like, you know what? I've changed my mind. Yeah, I've changed my mind.
Everything hasn't come out yet, so I'm just gonna keep
going.
I
have vengeance. I have a hate.
What was that second movie with with the Mad Max movie, Beyond Thunderdome? Remember, like they spun a wheel and that determined his fate. Like obviously it was something bad was going to really happen to you, but they just spun a wheel and they put him
was one of the things free spin?
I don't know what it was. No, there's no free spin in that one.
Spin again. Is that you know what? Honestly, I know Mark loves Mad Max movies and he loved Furiosa, right? But I honestly, I watched them. I think I watched the first one because the first one was great, right? It was very unique, right? Yeah. I think I watched the next couple ones. I don't know if I watched them, and then I haven't watched any of them.
I don't think
stuff.
I was thinking about that.
How many were there? I mean, I just saw the one Beyond Thunderdome. That's the one with Tina Turner. Was that the second one or the third one? I know I saw that one.
No way.
There's
a lot.
I didn't know there was like 5 or 6 of them.
That wasn't like the first one?
No, the first one was him, and there was because the bad guy, his name was the Toe Cutter. That was the very first Mad Max
maybe I
movie.
saw the first couple
6.
Then, but 6, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
there are 6 Mad Max
Beyond
movies.
Thunderdome, whichever one, that one was
That was
okay.
with Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Master Blaster.
Oh, man. One man enter, two men enter, one man leaves.
Yeah.
And I was just think, even then they were sexist. even in the future, right?
Right.
Where's the women? Where's the women? Why don't they change 2 women enter, or
Right.
1 man and 1 transgendered person enter?
Well, you know, I mean, you hate to say it, but like back in the day, the Romans, who were obviously civilized society, they would feed people they would take them in the that's what the
That's
Colosseum.
not civilized.
No,
you,
but I'm
you
saying,
can say that you're civilized.
Right, but I'm
listen,
saying-
I can wake up tomorrow and say I'm the king of the world.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's true. Just because the Romans said they were civilized.
Yeah.
If you feed people to lions, that's not really very civil.
well, they didn't really feed them to lions. They just kind of put them in the same area as the lions, and they could fend for themselves if they can get
Ted,
away.
Sure. Yeah.
Ted, you encourage that as a way to kill somebody, as a way to off somebody.
No, but I'm saying,
So they put somebody in with the lion, said there's a diamond ring.
no, but I'm saying like, but
Maybe,
wouldn't that be like the ultimate punishment for like a bad person? I mean, because these people were obviously innocent or they committed very petty crimes. I'm talking about the worst of the worst. To put them in like an enclosed area with like a gorilla, where that hasn't eaten for like a few days, and say, you know what, we're gonna put on a 30-minute timer, and if somehow you can make it out of here without being torn apart, you're free to leave.
I worry about your form of punishment, like the things that you want to do for punishment.
Well, if you
Because
look
you've
at
obviously thought about this before.
No, I'm saying if you look at human history, think about all the punishment that people have endured, and the sad thing is most of the people who've been like horribly tortured and murdered over time, you know, in the name of like religion or whatever, they probably didn't even do anything wrong. That's the ironic
Right.
part. But now we got criminals today who are really bad people who are literally getting the opposite treatment. Oh, that's a whole separate discussion.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You are fucking terrifying me, Ted. Okay, but back to the teeth.
yeah.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that
teeth.
where this
oh yeah,
started?
teeth. Oh teeth. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
teeth.
no, but
Brush your teeth.
no, the thing that freaked me out about this, right, is that and with that pig growing the things with the organs with the pigs is everything that we're reading in our science fiction books is literally coming true, right?
Yeah.
All the AI stuff,
Yep.
right? Self-driving cars, all of
Yep.
those things are really happening.
That's why that iRobot movie really scared me.
Yeah.
iRobot, right? That's what the Will Smith.
Yeah.
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 I was like,
That's AI.
That-
Yeah,
that could happen.
Well, that is happening right now. Yeah, it is
We
happening.
just saw
Is it?
after golf. We were golfing on Sunday. We were at the bar and we were watching. For some reason, instead of putting sports on a TV, they had 60 Minutes, and they were showing a robot. And it was it's just doing all the stuff. and it
doing
was-
all the iRobot things.
Yeah. And I mean, how far away are we from? I don't know. I mean, having robot servants and stuff like that. I mean,
So
and
it's
cars.
probably. I mean, there's a robot in Japan right now where I think it's a prototype. Yeah, but it's almost like a servant where it can do almost like kind of human things. And it's getting there. You know, it's not definitely not a RoboVac. It's like a.
Okay, I love my robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
I have to
too.
be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
If that ever rose up,
Yeah.
I would be
Yeah.
so distraught because my house would be so dirty.
What if your RoboVac woke up one day and said, "You know what? We don't need Matt anymore."
Yeah, we do because it doesn't have an existence. If I don't make a mess, it doesn't have a reason to live.
But then it problem solved a way to exist without you.
Right.
That's
How?
what AI is going
What's
to
it going to make its own mess? That seems crazy. That seems like you know what? That seems like a tip from Ted.
Yeah. But isn't that what the Terminator movie is? The Terminator movie is the robots. You know, the AI got so intelligent they decided they don't need people anymore, and that was the whole Terminator premise.
So that's literally a book I'm reading,
Yeah.
and then so here's my problem with this. Okay, so I get a little drunk, and I start to read I start doing reading and stuff, and I start thinking to myself, why would the robots want to wipe us all out? Why would they want to have
Like, what would
all
they
this
get
land?
from
What the
that?
fuck would they do with it? What the fuck would all the robots do with all of everything, and we're all gone? I mean, at some point, then they would just turn on themselves, right?
Well, you know what the answer is? Because they can.
No, it just seems so bizarre to me that why not just go someplace else and do their own robot thing and just be left alone and just say simple
Right.
thing. We're going to be over here in these 10 planets, and if you come over here, we're going to murder you. We're going to do the whole rip your head off and shake your back.
Wait, that's like the Transformer movie.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense either. That made no sense to me. Why didn't the bad Transformers just kill all the humans? Because clearly the humans were helping. They could have easily gassed us, right? They could have come up with poison
Because
gas.
they're way smarter than us.
They're way
Right.
smarter than us.
Right.
Right? That's the thing that always got me. Like the book I'm reading now. The robots they're sending down robots and they're shooting at the army guys, and the army guys are shooting back, and I'm thinking, why don't you just gas us?
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't want anything to happen to Megan Fox in that movie. You know what I mean?
No, neither did I. But then I saw her act, and I thought,
Okay, well, maybe
you
she
know
had,
what?
Maybe she had it coming.
Maybe it's time. Maybe it's time she, yeah.
Well, my RoboVac will never turn on me because it has a name. It's like part of the family.
So does mine.
Yeah. What's yours name?
So I have a Roomba, so I named it Doomba.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I gave it an evil name so it wouldn't want to do that, right? It's already like, I'm evil already. I don't have to do anything evil, right? Hold on a second. It's okay, robot. Yeah, I just wanted to yell upstairs.
I have a Eufy, but we named it Eugene because it's EUFY, so we named it Eugene.
Does it work well?
It does.
Oh, see, I keep buying Roombas because I don't know. It's just all I know. That is all I know. So that's why I bought a Keurig machine. I sent out a thing today, Teddy, on our family chat, and I said, yesterday was a sad day. A good family friend passed away. Our Keurig machine died.
How old was that machine?
I'm going to say 7-8 years.
Yeah, because you had it before I got mine.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it had 2 settings at the end. Yes, this morning it had 2 settings. One, I think I told Jackie this: 6 ounces of coffee that really tasted like shit, or continuously going till it overflows, spills everywhere, and the guy who's running it starts screaming and swearing and losing his mind. Yeah, I lost my shit. I put it on the top one, it came out the lowest one. I put it on the lowest one, and it just came out. It just went everywhere.
You probably thought it was filling up like a carafe or something.
I have no idea what it thought it was doing, but I'm ripping it apart, and I'm grabbing it, and I'm throwing it in the sink, and I'm just like, and the whole time, I'm every single bad word I can think of is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right? Because, and here's the worst part. I'm the only one home, so I have to clean it up myself. Yeah. I couldn't get Jackson to do it.
You can't blame
Cheryl's
anybody.
out of
You
town.
can't blame anybody.
Right.
Because you did it.
Right. I did it. I stupidly pressed the smallest button, and then here's what I did. I walked away.
Yeah.
Which, listen, I have a malfunctioning, obviously AI-controlled Keurig machine that wants revenge after all the times I pressed it or called it a name. I don't know, whatever I did. Yeah, and
it's called karma.
Yeah, it got its revenge.
Karma gotcha.
Yeah.
So then he texts this to the family, and it turns into this whole thing about how sad we all are when we lose our appliances. And Jack's like, "Oh, I still miss outside fridge." We're like,
beer fridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had beer fridge in the garage.
Rest in
Yeah.
peace.
Steve's like, "Oh, I have some microwaves. I feel like that about."
Yeah.
It was like just
a lot of ramen and
silly
leftovers were made. After night on the town.
Yeah.
Microwave your best friend.
I'm telling you right now, it was a sad moment, but it became much less sad when I don't know. Let's see, it did that this morning. In less than 5 hours, I had a new one. And Ted, you are drinking the first cup of coffee from new good Keurig.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just yelling at the Keurig. So please give us the rundown, if you would, because I have to give. Hold on, I have to give a review, right, to Amazon.
Right.
Okay, so Ted, do the review.
That was a good cup of coffee.
Oh yeah.
It was perfectly blended. It was piping hot, but not too hot.
Oh, excellent. All right.
And it went down smoothly.
So, Ted, how many stars out of 5 did you say?
6.
Oh.
Shit.
I'd give it more if I could.
Well,
he won't go any higher than 6 stars.
Ted, you're Ted.
Just max it out.
Yeah.
Just
You know
max
what?
it out.
When I say how many stars, I want you to say green. Yeah, just go for it, man. All right. I saw this, and it kind of made me think. A dietitian did a research study of the best foods to eat before drinking. So before drinking, not during, but before you go out. Remember, I don't know if you remember Happy Days where they talked about drinking like olive oil and
oh yeah,
milk.
Or bread, like bread because it absorbs alcohol.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I think there's some validity to that, but you'll probably enlighten us.
Well,
right now.
I mean, this is a dietitian who did this, and so she said these are the things you should eat before you drink.
And why is this exactly?
I guess it helps with. I don't know. I didn't really
probably makes you feel better in the morning.
Yeah, something like that.
Or I was going to say, does it prevent you from getting intoxicated too soon, which sort of defeats the whole purpose of
the
drinking part?
I guess it probably keeps you from drinking too much too fast.
Oh, because maybe you fill up because you're full. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and you never eat before you drink, right? Because you don't
usually not. No,
you don't ever eat. You don't ever eat.
No.
Okay, so
I eat afterwards. Yeah.
I'll ask the question because Teddy. No, this is beautiful. We'll be out golfing, doing whatever, and all of a sudden Teddy will just share. I've said this before. He just shares what he eats.
Yeah, all the time.
Right? I'll be like, oh, that smells good. You know what? I haven't eaten today. And I'll be like, you haven't? Nope. I haven't eaten anything today. All I had was 2 fish tacos and salmon patty and some rice. And I'll be like, but you haven't eaten. He goes, nope, I haven't eaten at all. Just those things. So, Ted, what have you eaten today?
Oh, today, what did I have? I had some tuna and some matzo ball soup, and it was good.
Yeah, love matzo ball soup.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm starting getting it with that big matzo ball with that little chicken and rice. Ooh.
Yeah.
Remember Mom and Dad's neighbor would make that?
Yeah, huge
Sandy.
fan of
And then
matzo ball
I
soup.
got some lox and a bagel that I'm gonna have for breakfast tomorrow.
Do not like lox and bagels.
Oh.
Yeah, do
I've
not like
never
the
had
lox.
lox.
Lox is not.
Isn't it just salmon? It's just thin cut salmon.
Yeah, there's
right?
like Nova
I don't like
lox. There's like
salmon.
Nova lox, which is
Okay.
like the unsalted and the regular lox, and there's like a pastrami lox. But yeah, I mean, it's an acquired taste.
Don't
Oh,
like
yeah?
salmon.
It's an
Yeah,
acquired
don't like
taste.
salmon
I
at
love
all.
seafood. I just
So
don't
do I.
like
Yeah.
salmon.
It's weird. It's almost like we're related.
It's almost like
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
not
will
that anybody knows who I am. We didn't even say that. I was.
I think everybody listening knows you're my sister. I mean, jeez.
You know, actually, on a side note, I'm sort of bummed out that Red Lobster filed for bankruptcy. I hope they don't actually, because filing for bankruptcy doesn't mean they're necessarily going to shut down. They could just be reorganizing. But I was kind of bummed out because I kind of like Red Lobster. I mean,
You go to Red Lobster.
not recently, but I mean, if
Wait,
I
okay,
if I needed some
hold on a
seafood,
second. Here, this is why they're in bankruptcy. Ted, when's the last time you went to Red Lobster? 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No wonder they're fucking. You love Red Lobster and you don't go.
Actually, you know what? Just for local purposes, Hagen's Fish Market on Central and
Montrose.
Montrose, yeah, right down the street, and that's really good seafood. I
That was right by my parents' old house. That's
yeah,
where
I mean, it's
Jackie
been
and I
there
grew up.
forever, and yeah,
Yep.
so I think I got some deep fried scallops there one time, and it was really
I love
good.
scallops.
It was really good, yeah. And actually, I think it's one of the top like 5 or 6 seafood places ranked in the city. I mean, it is really good. So if you need some seafood,
A city nowhere near an ocean.
Now I'm hungry.
yeah. But Hagen's, if you ever need some seafood, I go back to Hagen's. So.
No, it's pretty good. But so you haven't been to Red Lobster at all?
No, I've probably been there. I want to say like maybe a couple of years ago. Took the kid there.
I went once.
Yeah.
Once in my
Yeah,
life.
I think I've only been once in my life too.
It's really cold. You know what I think about it?
so
I know we are.
It's really cold in there. That's why I always underestimate. Like you go in there, it's like it's freezing in there. I mean, which kind of makes sense, but it's like I'm always like underdressed.
I always feel like you wear. I'm guessing you wear a tank top when you're in there. I don't know why. I feel like you're the guy that walks into a restaurant like in a tank top and shorts, right? And you say weird things so people look at you.
That's not a gay pride parade. It's a restaurant.
Oh my god! I don't even. Okay.
During Pride Month.
Yeah. Way to go.
Good job.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe that's why Red Lobster is going bankrupt because they just don't like the gay people as much.
No, I think what happened was a combination of bad business decisions. Plus, I think that their unlimited shrimp promotion recently.
That's what I heard.
I think it increased their foot traffic. So basically, they were thinking it's going to increase.
No,
customer traffic.
I saw a thing on John Oliver. If you want to know about Boston, if you want to know about Red Lobster,
Okay.
Oh,
you got to watch.
Okay.
You got to watch it.
Okay.
I think it was one of the 2 John Oliver things.
Okay.
it didn't have to do with shrimp.
So no,
No.
not really, not really. They, you know what? They sold off to some giant company
In
that
China,
didn't give
yeah.
a shit about anything,
Yeah.
and basically just ran him into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, plus there's other competition now. There's obviously other options out there that didn't exist when Red
Well,
Lobster
I think the
first came
company
out.
that bought them didn't run restaurants,
Yeah.
so
They were
they had no idea what to
they
do.
were a
Right.
seafood. They were a seafood supplier, and
Yeah.
I think they basically.
But they never ran any
Right,
restaurants.
but then they made Red Lobster use them exclusively for all their seafood, and obviously a bunch of other bad business decisions. Well, remember Boston? I'm not. The Boston Market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they used to be everywhere, and I think there's still one in Park Ridge, but they used to be everywhere now, and I think they really downsized.
Few and far between.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
We used to go there all the time.
I used to like it.
The Carver sandwiches. I don't know if
Yeah.
they have them
Yeah.
anymore. But yeah,
I don't. There's the one by me. It's gone.
yeah.
but by Maine South High School, isn't there one there? Still?
I don't know. There's one in downtown Park Ridge.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
one not far away.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, once I stopped eating meat, it just
Yeah.
really wasn't a thing that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
again, the last time we went was when the kids were little.
Yeah.
Like
Like Chuck
maybe
E. Cheese.
10 or 12.
So
where
you know what we kind of control. Think about all the things that we used to do
yeah.
that we don't do that don't
And
exist
now they're all
anymore.
so if we don't do it, it's going out of business.
So Ted stopped going to Red Lobster.
Gone.
Gone. We never went to Red Lobster. Gone.
Every time I see an article about Chuck E. Cheese, it's always like a fight breaks out in the parking lot and someone gets stabbed or shot. I swear to God, like there's something bad
What?
always happens at a Chuck E. Cheese.
I remember like 1 or 2 of
yeah,
those.
there's like something.
But yeah.
Of
like
a stabbing and a
It's,
shooting.
Yeah.
like the parents.
Like the parents. There's like competing parties
Oh,
there.
because the
Yeah.
ball pits.
Yeah, and yeah,
It's always the ball. It always
Yeah.
comes down to the ball pits.
just play it safe.
some kid jumps on another kid.
Just go to Dave and Buster's. Play it safe. Leave the kids at home. Get a babysitter.
You know what? You know what's
You
funny?
don't need a party. We need a party.
We need a party. Yeah, kids. Every day's a party for you. I need the party.
I think I went to Dave and Buster's twice in my life, but I think I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, they got like a bowling alley pool. It's like a big.
And it's
sports...
video games
I
and
think
stuff.
they've
Yeah.
so the one that used to be kind of like Addison, Illinois, or something like that.
Yeah, that's
Like
the one. That's
they've
the last.
moved it now, so it's bigger and better. I think it's more towards Schaumburg.
Yeah, I just don't play any. I don't really play any video games.
Yeah.
I thought it was one down like I-355 or 290.
Yeah, it was on 355, and then but it moved a little.
Oh, okay.
They redid it.
Because here's the thing. I think video games. Video games are so cool. I think the kids just stay home and do it, and it's really just retro stuff for us, right?
Yeah. Well, my nephew went for a work party, and he
I
said
think
that's
why we did it.
It was jam packed.
Yeah, we did it for something like that.
And he's young. He's just just out of college.
And there's a place called Pinstripes, which I think is in Vernon Hills. I think it's the same concept. Like for corporate events.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I know
That
there's
has
one in
bowling.
Schaumburg.
Yeah.
I think I went there for something.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of fun.
So I got a funny bowling story real quick. So
Oh no!
hold on a
Why did I
second.
say
No, you don't.
bowling?
this is so I'm at work like years ago at a different company,
We are not related.
and we have a Christmas party at a bowling alley, and and
you schooled everybody.
No, and one of the guys I work with, he's a bowler and I'm a bowler, but I show up, I didn't bring my stuff, I just used the house ball. He brought like a 3-ball bag with. He shoots like a 280 game,
Wow.
and the next person has like a 60 game. And he's high fiving everybody. It's like, all right, great.
Yeah, at the work party.
You just post up a 5-year-old in basketball and beat him 100-0. You did a great job. It was a good game though.
That's a tough one to do. That's a tough one to be the king of the work party.
Yeah.
I think you really
be too serious about it.
Yeah, like if you go to like trampoline, basketball, right, and you're just like, I fucking beat you,
Yeah.
bitch. Yeah, that's what you get, man.
thought-
Go ahead and don't make copies for me again.
He thought he was at a pro tournament or something like that. He was his
Yeah,
shoes
that's
and
okay.
everything.
Can we get back to drinking and eating?
Oh, I thought
Oh,
still,
yeah.
Still talking
Sorry.
about teeth. Oh, okay, we're not talking about that anymore.
You're not even drinking.
The 5 foods to eat before
Okay.
you drink.
Okay. All right. So foods to eat before you drink. I'll give you a couple of guesses. I'm not gonna make you do what Jackson does. Jackson asks me sports questions. He goes, "Yeah, keep going. I'm like, "Fuck you. I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. Just tell me the answer." So go ahead.
Okay,
couple of guesses.
My first guess is French bread
Wrong.
and olive oil.
Wrong.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Well, I got shut down pretty quick.
No, it's real foods. Who's going to drink olive oil before you go?
'Cause it does
These
sort
are
of-
real
does sort of
things to
coat-
eat.
Does sort of coat your
How about
stomach.
chicken,
Nope.
avocado?
Done. Yes.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
macronutrient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You ready? So a lot of the stuff that they talked about was it was kind of funny, berries and stuff, bananas, berries, Greek yogurt, asparagus, melon, grapefruit. I guess these are things that are very hydrating.
It's funny because I would think it would be more of the, like Ted was talking about, more of the absorbing kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
So
But
So
that's
I think it's things
interesting.
with liquid, right, to keep you because once you
dehydration,
dehydrate,
yeah,
Okay.
well,
you
that's what causes,
dehydrate
that's
immediately.
what causes hangovers. Is
Right.
the dehydration and the headaches.
Right. Salmon. And this is weird. Have you ever
Lox.
Lox.
Jackie, I know you've probably heard of this. Chia pudding.
Oh yeah, chia seed pudding. Yeah.
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 I'm guessing it's like from a chia pet. You just scrape it off. I don't know. Worst foods to eat.
Okay. French bread.
French bread and olive oil. All right. Salty snacks.
Yeah.
Because it dehydrates you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
This was kind of weird. Super spicy stuff.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Salad and sushi.
I love that stuff.
But
Salad,
to
but
eat it
salad
right.
seems like it would be hydrating.
Right.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Well,
And
fish,
the
I think
sushi thing didn't
it has
make any sense to
because
me at all.
it
It
has
had no
iodine.
value.
It has iodine in raw fish, and I think that's obviously salty. So that's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Iodine, yeah.
And then I was thinking, you got to add to this anything that will look gross when you throw it up or be hard to clean up, right?
Well, not if you have the dry heaves, then it doesn't matter anymore, right?
But no, but I mean, like,
you've been emptied out. You've been emptied
like
out.
you don't want to do spaghetti. That's gonna be really hard to clean up,
Oh.
right? You don't want anything that's really gonna stain like the
Anything
carpet,
that you're going to
the
taste
walls.
coming back up.
Do you know anybody who actually? I mean, actually, I think I know one guy who actually threw up in public, like in a nightclub bar,
Oh
because
gosh.
he drank too much.
One
and
guy. You're sitting next to a guy.
He just
Yeah.
and he just lost control of his bodily functions.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Yeah, we had a friend who threw up in
And-
the garbage can. At least he made it in the garbage
yeah.
can.
At least he made it there.
I mean, that was back in college.
Yeah, I mean, we're back in college. We've
Right.
all done. We did, horrible things.
All of us.
Yeah, and luckily I took a lot of college classes like as I was much older, so I had that excuse, right? So when you go to community college, when you're a teacher, right, you got to go back to school and take classes and stuff. I even took some online classes and still threw up. Yeah, it was just fucked up. Any excuse I had to drink heavily, yeah, and be stupid,
Right.
yeah.
I'm in college.
Yeah, like frat party. Let's fucking do this. And it's like everyone here is like over the age of 50 and we're not even in a frat, I'd be like, fuck you, bitches!
There's a reason you were called psycho back in
Yeah.
college.
My school kick your school's ass. Did you? Oh, you do that?
I
Tony?
never. I never had that college experience. I went to a commuter college. So let me ask you this: what's the whole like? Is it like a pub crawl? Like, is it just a beer? Are you guys mixing vodka and stuff, doing stupid shit like that?
I mean, in
Because
college, I think it
the
was
above.
you guys
it was a lot of beer in college,
just
so
beer pong.
because that's what you could afford.
Because what do you
Yeah.
guys? Yeah.
Yeah, beer. I mean, beer was really cheap.
Yeah.
I don't think
Right.
we didn't play beer pong back.
No,
in
there
the
was
day.
no
Yeah.
beer pong.
You guys are making like Long Island iced teas or margaritas.
We would do quarters.
Yeah, I don't think.
The
You know
game
what?
we
There
played.
wasn't a lot. I don't know, man. Because if you went hardcore and you went right to hard liquor, I mean, you were that guy who was.
You can't go too hard too soon.
So
yeah.
here's what you would do, right? You go to a party with like 10 people, right? If you were the guy that got super fucked up, they just kind of left you in the corner, right?
Yeah,
To
yeah.
do whatever
Yeah.
while everybody else was having a good time. So you didn't want to be the guy who was first drunk.
Yeah, don't be
No.
that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you just want to drink the keg beer, the light beer, or whatever.
Or it's like people you hear about this, like whether it's a frat party or like even like a wedding, like they get too drunk too soon, like even the bride or the groom, and then they can't function after that. Then they
Right.
just have to be passed out
What fun is
somewhere.
that?
Yeah, so well, I mean, somebody needs to monitor their alcohol intake,
Or
obviously.
they need
so.
to monitor their own. alcohol
I mean,
intake.
isn't a wedding like the last? It's like a college party
Yeah.
for the adults,
Yeah.
right? I mean, we've seen it. We've all been to a wedding where
Sure.
somebody was just shit stew drunk.
like our uncle.
Yeah, so let me ask you, so what, I mean, I haven't been to that many weddings, so I don't recall, but like, so if you guys have been to like a wedding, or like, not the actual wedding, but like the reception afterwards, there's obviously an open bar, and you saw perhaps a relative of yours who maybe perhaps had a little too much.
Yeah.
I've perhaps been that person.
And then you said perhaps inappropriate things.
I
And
did.
then-
I think I said inappropriate things to Matt Barnick's grandma. Right? Was I dancing?
I
Wasn't
don't
there
think
a
you.
wedding?
No, you were just dancing with all the old ladies.
Yeah, everybody's grandma.
And they were all so happy though. And then,
Yeah.
except for when you stopped dancing with the old ladies and started dancing with a chair, like Elvis, you said.
Oh, if you
and
can't
then they
find a
were like-
partner, use a wooden chair.
Yeah. And then they were like, "Why is he dancing with a chair when he could be dancing with me?"
Yeah, it was.
Because they liked you.
But I was
But they
that- yeah.
liked you. You weren't.
I wasn't.
You
mean
weren't
about
rude
it.
and mean. Like
No.
Uncle Bud at my wedding was, harassing the DJ, and
Starting.
he got
fights.
kicked out. We had
Yeah.
to kick him out.
Yeah.
And he was my our great uncle. So
He
it
wasn't
wasn't
that
even,
great.
How old,
No.
how old was he at the time? Probably.
I don't know. Was he 70?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
60?
Well, you can have like a built-in excuse
Yeah.
at that age. It's like, he's
No.
Wait, was he 60?
And our dad was just like, yeah, get him the fuck out of here.
Oh my
See, that's
god!
pretty weird. You would think like a guy that age who you think would have been around a little while.
Oh, and he got into a fight with
With
my
Paul?
maid of honor's friend. Yeah, boyfriend.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah.
Who was,
Yeah.
who's probably half his age. I'm
He
guessing.
was, younger than that. He was just trying to stop. He was harassing the DJ to play more polkas.
Right. Which, as soon as you say that, someone should harass you, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you walk up to a DJ and say, "Play more polkas," you should be beaten up immediately, right?
Well, so Paul was really just trying to be a nice guy, and he
Yeah,
was like,
he
"Hey,
was.
they've told him, it's my maid of honor's
Yeah,
boyfriend.
sure.
They've told
I'm sure he's
him what they
rational.
want you
Yeah.
to play."
Yeah.
And
They
then
were his
he
list,
he
yeah.
started like trying to fist fight with them.
Yeah, the problem is you can't reason with a drunk, right? Like especially
Yeah.
like a mean drunk, right? Because I mean, there's the different degrees. I mean, number one, it depends on the personality. For someone, you have someone who has a lot of alcohol, but they're kind of mellow and chill. They're still
Yeah,
like
yeah.
them. But then you got your great uncle, for example, who
Right.
it's like what's that shirt? Instant asshole, just add alcohol. He's
Yeah.
that guy,
Right,
Yeah,
right.
So, yeah.
Well,
Well-
when I went to my parents, of course, I'm upset. There's a fight at the wedding and stuff, and right away I'm like, do I have to kick out my maid of honor's boyfriend? And my dad immediately says, "Get rid of Uncle Bud. He's the problem."
Yeah.
And that's what we did.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, I mean, you got a funny story to talk about years later.
I
right?
had
So
to
that's
escort him out because he would only leave if I told him to leave.
good. Wow.
He was like, "I'm not leaving unless Jackie tells me to leave."
Wow. Okay. And you
And
asked
I
him to
was
leave,
like-
obviously.
I was like, "Time to go."
Oh man, and you know what? I remember this in a way. I kind of remember this because I
Well, you
might-
weren't right there.
Yeah,
but-
yeah. It was wow. Yeah, weddings. I tell you what, weddings are the best and the worst.
Yeah.
Right. Like the best. You have some of the best
Yeah,
stories.
yeah.
Like when Savannah got married,
Oh,
hanging out with
awesome.
honestly, hanging out with my two cousins
Yeah.
was
When's the last time you saw them?
it had been a while.
Yeah.
It had been a while.
Before COVID.
Yeah, before COVID.
All right,
and
yeah.
hanging out with the two of them,
Mhm.
all of us hanging out with the two of them,
Mm-hmm.
was absolutely their husbands was absolutely one of the funnest things that I've done, and I was actually sad when it all ended.
Yeah.
It was just so much fun. I mean, you know what? You forget how much, when you get all this stuff and you're doing all these different things and you see people very rarely, and then you just kind of see them and everybody's just having fun and you're there just to celebrate. You forget how much fun your cousins are and all the stuff that you did and all the silly things and the fact that you've known them for your entire life. Like my two cousins are younger. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest person in the family, kid-wise. Yeah. So I've known everybody since the day they were born. Yeah. Right. They were little kids to me. Yeah. When I was a little bit older. So
it's cool.
It was just. I mean.
And then we reconnected with another cousin too, that we hadn't seen for a while before COVID too. Lori.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Which was good. It was just a good few months there where.
Yeah,
so
it was
just
a good
vibe. Yeah. So that's the way. That's the way it should be. Reconnecting with people, with family that you haven't seen for a while. That's what it's really all about. So Wednesday's an excuse
we had so much fun.
It was. That was a really, really good wedding.
It was.
That was. Yeah, Savannah and Andy, they did it. They did it very, very well.
Good. Yep.
Yeah,
good.
that was a stone cold blast.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to possibly another wedding to go to and enjoying myself. Yeah.
Really?
Or I could just immediately turn into Uncle Bud. Just start fight. Oh, I did want to fight the DJ when he wouldn't play my song. I did. No, I did. He said, I came up, I told him, he played like 4 songs, and I go, play this, and he goes, they have a couple other songs. I go, I don't know, is it your fucking daughter who's getting married? Is it? Yeah. I go, no, it's not, motherfucker.
Wow. So
he did pull an Uncle Bud.
So do we have to zip tie you and have you physically restrained until the authorities come and have you gently removed from the premises?
Oh, you know what? I think I got drunk enough. I kind of like mentally and emotionally zip tied myself. Yeah, we went to
that's progress.
Yeah. So it was like 1:30, and they had like an after party in a hotel, one of the big hotel rooms. And Cheryl and I walk in, and man, it was just young kids. It was all kids Savannah's age, in their 20s. And we got in there. I sat down. I drank like half a beer. And I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah, it's time to
go. I'm like, you know what I forgot? It's 1:30 in the morning, and I'm 57. Yeah, I totally, completely misunderstood that.
I can't remember if we were with you or if I'm just internalizing your story.
Yeah. It's like, oh man, I'm gonna go hang out with all these.
I feel like we opened the door and Steve and I left. Like we did. You guys, I think you guys went in to have drinks, and we opened the door and we were like, we're out of here.
Yeah, well, plus you're the family patriarch, so I think you'd set a poor example if you downed like a fifth of vodka at like 2 a.m. and
dude, I don't think I could. Honestly, I don't think I could have had one. I sat in a chair like a zombie. Like once I was done dancing.
Plus you're in a suit, right? You're in a something. Yeah. So it's a little.
We spent the whole night dancing, right? The whole night. Never once everybody was up. We never sat down. Every song we were doing that. Danced with the cousins and all. Everybody. And then
we all
put
on our comfy shoes.
Yeah,
all the girls had their comfy shoes on.
And it was great, and everybody was having a good time. And then, man, once I got in there, and like it was starting to slow down, and I sat in that chair in that room with all the music's going, and people are talking, and I was just like, I don't belong here. There is no way.
I know all those events. I'm not a good dancer, and I've always been kind of jealous that I'm not. Of the people who are, but every time they play the electric slide, people who you think are not coordinated at all, they just get up there and just perfectly move in sequence to that song. I'm just like, how do they? It's like roller skating backwards. I can't figure out how they do it. They just happen to intuitively know.
I'm one of those people.
Really, you can do that? Yeah. You're not like Elaine from Seinfeld when you dance. You're not
like I'm not
Elaine from Seinfeld. Yeah, no, I hate when that thing comes on because I never learned it. I don't understand it.
You got to sit it out.
Yeah,
you can't fake that one.
That's when you get to take a break.
I could do the fucking Macarena. But that electric slide. We
did the Macarena too.
Yeah.
See, because if you're on a good dancer, if you're on a crowded dance floor, you can kind of fake it, move around, or obviously slow songs are easy. But you're exposed once you get in that coordinated thing where you have to in a line formation. Yeah, that's how they get you. Or what's the country line dancing? Yeah.
See, that got me. We were at a golf thing, and so we go to this bar. And everybody's dancing. I was like, oh man, this is a great bar, giant dance floor, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm looking over there, and I'm just like, oh, what's going on? And then we're talking to a couple people, and they're just like, oh yeah. I'm like, how does this work? Oh, there's a different dance for each song, a different kind of thing that they do.
Right.
So it's all an electric slide.
Yeah.
For each song, and I'm like, you got to know the dance. He goes, yeah, you got to know the dance. And I see everybody's coordinated. I'm just like,
it's super intimidating.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that. Because number one, I don't know it. Yeah. Right. So I would just be standing up there, and you could see a couple people on the periphery like who just have no idea what they're doing.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't want to look like that guy. He looks like a
And then
dope.
and then the people who know what they're doing, they get so annoyed by the people who don't know what they're doing, and so then you're just like, sorry.
Right, clearly,
Sorry,
outsider.
yeah.
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 You know,
The spotlight comes on.
That's their thing. That's their thing. You know. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. He's a normal. Yeah. It's like, no, I didn't know there was a thing. I didn't know I had to practice. Yeah, I don't practice going to a bar. I thought I was a professional. Yeah, I really
You
never-
are. You
yeah.
are a professional. It's okay.
So they actually did a study. On a side note, I saw this. It was something about they had like 100 people or something, and they were doing like just a random study. I can't remember what the premise is, but this was actually like a show on cable or something. And so they had like guys. The guys would wear like a mask, and then they would dance to a song. And obviously, like one guy was like really good, and then they got to the guy who was like really bad, and they were trying to say like your sexual prowess, because that's what attracts women. Like if you're a good dancer, that attracts the opposite sex. But they said like there's actually no correlation between a guy who's like a really good dancer.
Ted, they had
versus-
masks on their heads.
Yeah,
How was that? How would that not freak everybody
Yeah,
out?
Like a dance would be sexy, I
you could
guess.
be Denny
maybe.
Terrio from Dance Party.
Terrio.
Oh, Danny Terrio.
Oh my God.
I
You
used
could
to
be
get him-
Denny Terrio
I
from
got-
Dance
I got him
Party, but if you had a
confused.
mask on your head, what would it matter?
You know what show I like to watch? Remember Soul Train?
Oh, I love
Sure,
Soul
of
Train.
course.
I love Soul Train.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Yeah, they'd come out
fucking
there.
Love Soul Train,
Yeah,
man.
they come out there and people would come, come down the floor and
Yep.
do whatever. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I wish I could do that. That was cool.
Why couldn't you do that?
I'm
You
just-
could, Ted. You could do that right now.
not
I mean, not
cool.
right
Yeah.
now, but as soon as we're
Well,
done.
As soon
I
as
could-
we're done,
I
we're
could-
doing
I could,
Soul
do, I could do it. It would just be very badly performed and coordinated.
You know what?
and-
If you're just going to your inner feeling,
This-
isn't it just? I mean, isn't it just that? I mean, if people are judging your dancing, I mean, is that really a thing?
Well, I mean,
you're
I
just
think
doing your
we're,
thing.
No, we're at the age now where I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm not going to go out of my way to go dancing, but if I'm at an event where there's dancing and my hand was forced, yeah, I would go up there and
Yeah.
you know what? Like
Well,
I
they
said,
always tell you just like kind of stay in your box. You just kind of
yeah,
like,
just stay. You know,
do a little sway back and
don't do any
forth.
spin moves. Don't like try to spin and
right.
don't do the splits. Don't try to don't spin on your.
Oh my God! Would
Right.
I would actually. I'm trying to think of how much money I would pay to watch Ted try to do like a little
A
Saturday Night
Fever
thing.
thing. That's exactly what I was
Yeah,
picturing.
yeah.
In a white suit.
Yeah.
I don't care what he's wearing. I
Yeah.
would just love
Yeah.
to see Teddy going
Yeah.
full bore dancing.
Okay.
That would be.
Well, John Travolta. The whole premise of the movie Saturday Night Live was like a dance contest, right? They had to win that disco contest, right?
Yep.
And
honestly,
yeah, that was the whole premise.
I
of that
don't know
movie.
if I've ever seen that movie all the
Oh
way through.
God, that was Mom's favorite movie.
Yeah, but I don't know if I've ever seen it all the way through.
Yeah.
Like I've listened to. I had the album.
I've
listened.
definitely. Yeah.
I've listened to the
Yeah.
soundtrack a jillion times.
Seriously, I don't know
But
if I don't know
I've
if I
never seen
saw
it.
the whole movie, but I saw parts of it where I feel like I saw the whole movie. But obviously, it's been years, But
Yeah.
one of the guys, jumps off a bridge and something bad happens, and then there's a lot of adversity, and then
Wait, somebody jumps off a bridge?
yeah, I think one of the guys he gets drunk with the John Travolta character, and his girlfriend broke up with him, and he was pissed.
So he
He's
pulls
he's
he
walking on a
pulls an officer
suspension
and a
bridge.
gentleman.
Yeah, he swallows the ring, and she turns him down like he's found hung in the closet the next day. She goes, "I wanted to marry a naval aviator, not a J.C. Penney floor manager."
Oh man!
That poor guy.
See now that movie I've
that
seen.
poor guy.
That movie I've seen.
That was a good
And speaking
Oh yeah.
of movies, Jackie, you have a movie mention.
I have a movie mention, and I actually mentioned it to some of my friends because I liked it so much. So I thought Mark would appreciate this one. So
Excellent.
this movie is called Cabrini. It was just out at the beginning of this year, very limited in the theaters. But it's set in the late 1880s, and it's about a badass nun. I mean, when you talk about Mad Max and the Thunderdome, why aren't we talking more about women? This is a true story. This is a true story, and like those of us who live in Chicago know all about Cabrini Green. And
Oh, I
area.
honestly thought that's what you were going to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought it was.
It's, I mean, it's Cabrini Green, the housing project in Chicago, was named after her
Oh, I was
because
wondering-
of what
I
she did.
Yeah, I was wondering who that was.
Wait,
So-
hold on a second. I did not know that Cabrini Green was named after someone.
Yes.
No, I figured it was. Well, remember I had Robert Taylor Holmes, which is obviously somebody, but then Cabrini Green. But yeah, I never thought like Cabrini was probably an
Wait,
actual.
is
person.
that
They
her
called
first name?
her. They called her first name was Francesca, but they called her mother Cabrini because she was a nun. So she's born in like the mid 1850s or something, and she was like real sick as a kid. They didn't think she was going to amount to anything. She tried to become a nun. They turned her down.
Wait, hold on. What do you have to? You saw the movie,
Yes.
so how do you get turned down for being a nun?
Because she was so frail. She was always sick, coughing. They didn't think she was going to live a long life. So she ends up being like the headmistress of an orphanage. And finally, they let her become a nun. I'm not going to give everything away because I got to sound like Mark. I got to say the same thing.
Right, but that seems so weird that they would just be like, yeah, we got too many nuns. Look at this. You know what? That one right there, she can't.
You want to volunteer? No,
she can't nun up.
Everything's a vetting process. You know, I mean, it's a competition.
Are you vetting someone to be a nun? You want to help people? Yeah. You know what though?
You don't look very.
You're not good enough.
You don't look very helpful.
I wonder how many people. I wonder in the history of the world, how many people have been like not been able to be a nun. They walk in.
I mean, maybe if you've done something terrible,
but you don't.
But
just
you're
don't
just
tell. Listen,
you're just a little too sick.
Like you have a husband?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't be a nun.
Well, she went to school at the place where she was trying to go into the sisterhood, and so they knew how sick she was, and like she had missed a lot of school stuff. Anyways, so she becomes a nun. She gets permission to go to the U.S. She wanted to go somewhere else, but the archbishop or whatever tells her you have to go to the U.S. and help the Italian immigrants because she's from Italy. The Italian immigrants who are coming into New York in droves. There's just so many of them. She gets there. She's with like 6 or 7 other nuns, and she wants to go help all the immigrants, but she starts to see all these kids on the streets, peddling, pandering, and she kind of sees that they're living on the streets and under the streets.
Yeah.
And so this group of women starts taking them into orphanages and just, kind of just making it a little better. I mean, it's terrible. Squalor. I mean, just...
Oh, it's horrible back
New
in those
York
days. Yeah.
in that time. Oh, yeah. So this is the late 18...
Yeah.
It's
late
gotta be
1880s.
gross.
The sanitary conditions have to be abysmal.
Absolutely. And then all these kids are just living by themselves. And some of the older teenagers are kind of taking care of kids who are like 3, 4, whatever.
Whoa.
So she sees all these kids. She takes them in, starts an orphanage, does another one, makes it bigger, whatever. She has setback after setback, and she is such a tough woman. And these people who are serving with her, they're working 24 hours a day. They end up getting money they get money. They donated money, labor, time to build this huge hospital in New York. I think it might have been called Columbia Hospital. So because all the kids the people that they were working with were not able to get health care. They were not able to they couldn't even go into the hospitals and get taken care of at all. And so she built this hospital and made it so that all the sick and the poor people could go in there and get served. And she did it all like basically for free. She talked people into helping.
So kind of like a modern day Mother Teresa,
well,
or a USA version of Mother Teresa.
So then
I don't know, what did Mother Teresa do, because this chick sounds way better than Mother Teresa. I don't know. I honestly don't know what she did, but this chick sounds pretty cool.
So she goes on to build hospitals and medical centers in countries all over the world. Wow. And 2 of the hospitals that she built were in Chicago, and that's why one of them was called Cabrini Center. It turned into something else, and that's why they named Cabrini Green after her. But this is a badass woman, and she's sick at different times, and she's tired, and what she inspires these other women to do.
Yeah,
it doesn't. It's not. You can look at it as a religious kind of a movie, but it is more about like back in that time having women just take control and do this and get these hospitals built all over the world.
Because women had no rights.
Oh.
They had no rights back then. You can't vote. Right?
I walked out of this movie and I felt like I was a better person for having known her story. And the fact that we have housing projects that don't exist anymore, but was very we knew all about it in the 70s.
Right.
That we had that in our city and didn't know why that was named.
No idea.
No idea.
I just found out for the first time right now.
Yeah.
So honestly, I left and I was just like, this has to be the same person that was in Chicago, right? Like this, and I just kept reading about her, and it is unbelievable. And she ended up dying in Chicago.
Wow, at probably an old age, I'm guessing.
No, she was only like upper 60s, I think.
That's still not bad for those, but in those days, so
worth watching.
Yeah.
And so the only bad thing is, I went to find out where you could watch it. It's not on any of the big streaming things,
right? Of course, yeah.
But there's it's on something called Angels Guild, and it said you could watch it for angelsguild.com. Said you could watch it for free, but when I went there, I could only figure out there's all these different subscriptions. Right. You could do a 1 month for $12 and cancel it, and it's worth the $12.
Whoa.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. I thought Mark would really appreciate this one.
Yeah.
Seemed like it was right up his alley.
Try to YouTube it maybe, see what happens.
I did. I was doing some research trying to figure out. I mean, if somebody spent a little bit more time than I did this afternoon trying to find it.
But it just came out.
It came out, I want to say the beginning of the year, and it was only out through like April. It was very limited release, but it was at the big theaters.
Wow, that's weird that nobody picked that up.
Oh, it was.
Yeah, you know what? Because it's a good movie. That's why.
You know what? Though it has it. I think it was done in like April, so it hasn't been gone that long. So it might go to like a Netflix or a Hulu or HBO Max.
Don't some of these movies just get released straight to stream, like the Roadhouse movie, right? They never released it in the theater, right?
Well, it wasn't made to be a movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just made to be a streaming thing.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
This was riveting from start to like one of those movies where you a lot of times I kind of want a movie to end. It's just a little bit too long.
Right.
I just wanted to know a little bit more after it ended.
Is there a book?
I don't know.
See, because I would read the book.
If there's a book about her, there has to be a book about her.
There has to be a book
There
about
has
her.
to be. I absolutely read it.
That is, you know what? So that is the weirdest part is like I said,
Sure,
we
there's
had a housing
biography
project
somewhere.
that we've talked, that you've seen forever.
Yeah.
From I think it was there from the time I was alive.
Yeah.
I was born until.
I think it looked like it was like late 60s to
Yeah.
early 80s or
Yeah.
something.
And no idea who that person was, what it was based on.
Yeah.
Never thought to think about it, and no one ever mentioned it.
No.
Right? No one ever said that this is why it's named after this person. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nuts. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
All right.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
You know what? I want to bum us out. that was inspiring.
Yes.
But I think this is way. I think people want to know this, and it. Excuse me. When I read this story, it absolutely blew my mind. It's creepy as fuck. Okay.
Okay.
Former Dolphins quarterback Xavier Howard. Ever heard of him?
No.
Here's the thing.
Recently?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
he
like
just
right
got
before
cut.
Tua?
He just got cut.
Oh, okay.
No, corner, not quarterback.
Oh, I thought you said quarterback.
Defensive back.
Okay.
Quarterback, yeah,
Defensive
yeah.
back.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
He's actually. I'll go ahead and I'll blow the story away a little bit. He's actually very, very good. He's actually a very good player.
Okay.
He was cut by the Dolphins just because he makes too much money.
Okay.
Now, when I tell you,
Okay.
when I tell you this whole story, when we go through this, okay, and I tell you at the end that he's probably going to play in the NFL. Oh, I gave it away. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you're going to be like, that kind of seems impossible. Okay, so he has a thing. Everybody's got a thing, right? He likes to videotape the women he's having sex with.
Oh God.
With their consent or without?
He likes to videotape the women he's having sex with, Ted. Okay.
Yeah.
No, he likes to not tell them that he's doing that.
okay.
He also likes that part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he likes that part of it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's you're just like, hey man, whatever. You if you get involved with this guy, it is what it is, right? But what he likes to do, and he really likes to do, is he really likes to share those videos. Okay.
Oh, I think I think I saw that. I didn't read the article, but I think I saw something
right
along those
right.
lines. Yeah.
So you probably saw this, right? And so he's out there and he's having sex with multiple partners. There's a lot of women,
Yeah,
a lot of
obviously-
ladies
obviously
involved.
I mean, you're an
He's
NFL
a
player.
starting player in the NFL and
Yeah.
young,
Right,
good-looking guy. I'm
right.
sure. Yeah,
and
so-
he's currently being sued by a few of these ladies.
yeah. As many as same as Deshaun Watson is.
No. This is. I think this seems way worse.
This is worse. This is
Oh,
worse than
this
Deshaun
is
Watson.
worse?
Wait a minute,
This,
wait a
oh,
minute.
this is way worse.
This
yeah.
could be 100 times worse.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
When we get to the end of this,
Okay. All right.
you are going to be like, what the fuck?
All right,
okay?
Ted. Let's just be quiet and let him talk.
No.
Right?
So he's suing. He's suing. Multiple women are suing him because he's sharing these videos with his friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like revenge porn.
It is exactly what
Yeah.
it is.
Okay.
In fact, that's exactly what he's doing, right? So a couple of times he shared videos. He shared videos with women to make them want to have sex with him. That was one of the things. That was so when they talked to him about it,
That's weird
he
reasoning.
said he shared some videos with some women who wouldn't have sex with him, so they would have sex with him.
So it's like an audition tape.
That
listen to me.
that
So
is
I want you to think
weird,
about that.
weird reasoning.
Right. So I want you to think about that concept for a second, right? I want you to think about that concept for a second, okay? So then he ends up having sex with a woman who videotapes, and she gets pregnant. Okay. So now he's got a bigger issue, right? And he really wants this woman to have an abortion. So he's encouraging her to not have a baby,
Okay.
right? Because he knows, I mean, ultimately in the end, that's going to be very expensive for him.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I mean, he's got to pay for that.
Yep.
Okay. So this is where he goes absolutely scorched earth. Okay. So now he shared videos with his friends. He's being sued. Right. All this is going to come up. He decides to go 10 steps further. He goes to the absolute maximum edge. Okay. So this woman has a 10-year-old son.
Oh, God.
Where do you think I'm going with this?
He doesn't assault the son, does he?
No.
Oh,
no.
God.
That would actually be, you know what? That would actually be better.
What?
That would actually be better.
I'm not connecting the dots, but yeah, I'm thinking about to find out. So
he's got a video.
Is this going to be like Jack, or do we just have to keep guessing?
He's got he's got a video of him having sex with that kid's mom. And he decides to share it with
him.
He sends the video.
For what purpose?
To encourage her. Again, this is all
this
encouraging.
10-year-old kid probably doesn't even know what an abortion is.
Well, he's trying to encourage the mom to have an abortion.
Yeah.
And he sends the video of him having sex with his mom to this kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's almost like
I want you. I just let that sink in for a second. Of what kind of human being we talk about, bad people and all that kind of stuff. I want you to think about, in the end, what's going through this guy's head, what he thinks is going to happen when he sends a 10-year-old a video of him having sex with his mom.
So he's probably a pretty young guy, right?
I believe
20s,
he's
early mid-20s tops, right?
Yeah, no, I believe he's about 26.
Okay, so he has
27.
his life set. He's playing in the NFL, making a bunch of money.
Tons.
Why would you do this? You are literally ruining your life.
Well, why does Michael Vick dogfight for $100 a game when he has a $100 million contract with the Atlanta Falcons? You could answer that question too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did this.
Yeah.
Right, and obviously, so the mom gets a lawyer for the kid.
Yep.
And the kid is suing him.
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
And whatever the money is, but here's the situation that he's really in. That's basically child porn.
Yeah, it is child porn.
So he
showing,
sent
Yeah.
this to a 10-year-old kid. Okay.
Yeah.
Purposely.
Purposely.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Absolutely.
exposing a child to sex is considered child porn too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's.
I mean,
so,
I'm
so
not
they're
questioning
going,
it. I just wasn't sure
no,
if it was
so
a
they're going
different-
through all this stuff, right? And he is. So right now he's being sued by the kid and a bunch of women.
Well, he's probably in trouble criminally too.
So now he's got this criminal stuff going on.
Yeah.
Right. So they haven't
Facing
pressed
some
any
prison-
charges yet.
Could be facing some prison time.
He could be facing some serious prison time.
So he's going to play for the Cowboys, right?
So here's the thing. So as I'm looking all this stuff up and I'm doing all this stuff, he's actually probably going to, I mean, depending on, I guess, what happens criminally and whatever the NFL does, he might actually play in the NFL next season.
Yeah, you know why? Because there's a union and
He's
there's
pretty
a,
good.
and there's a process.
He's pretty fucking good.
And there's a process. So unfortunately, even if it's like on appeal or no charges have been filed, it's obviously at the commissioner's discretion, I'm assuming, to because there's that code of conduct with the NFL, which I think is separate.
Well, I
from,
mean, your commissioner has to actually be,
yeah.
Well, I listen,
Valiant
and
himself.
I've said this before.
Wait, how many
right?
how many sacks does he have? Okay, well, we're going to give him one more chance.
Right. I mean, I've said this before. When all the guys that do stuff, if and I'm not saying Tom Brady's the greatest person in the world,
Yeah.
right? But if Tom Brady does something, and the backup quarterback for the Cleveland Browns
Yeah.
does something,
Yeah.
There's a double
different
standard.
things are going to happen.
Exactly.
Well, like the Shannon guy from U of I, he's
I mean,
Yeah.
but you got to be. I mean, you can't not let him not play, right? We've talked about this. The kid from U of I,
U of I,
basketball player,
yeah.
I didn't
right?
hear about that. What did that kid do?
You know what? It's alleged that he touched somebody and
Yeah.
did some different things,
Yeah.
but you couldn't let him not play
Yeah.
until.
So is it the same thing then? You can't let this guy not play until
I have no idea.
Well, this seems a lot
but,
different than that.
But he literally sent a video. I mean, man, when you talk about heinous, listen, he didn't murder anybody. He did not kill anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, and
that's
yeah,
some
is-
diabolical stuff.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's just evil.
Well, he's
Yeah.
just stupid. I mean, it sounds like he's just someone who's just in a bubble. Like here's a guy. He's a guy who's just stupid, and he just happens to be blessed with tremendous athletic ability that's being rewarded.
He is
Yeah.
really
but,
good.
But if he didn't have that athletic ability, he'd just be another shitbag
Wow.
walking around, right?
Right. I mean, but
He'd be a convicted sex offender. He can't go within 500 feet of a school, but because he can guard somebody on the offense, then the standards are a little different.
So what if
unfortunately,
there's
so.
children at the game?
Listen, so the thing that blew my mind was, and that's why I couldn't. As you tell an inspirational story, and I tell a de-inspirational story.
Yeah.
The thing is that people got to know this. I mean, it's like a weird level, right? Like
It is
like murder is murder. I mean, it's a terrible thing, right? And whatever. But
apparently gambling in sports, if you're like the guy they just banned for life, or
the baseball player,
yeah. But I think there's some guy in the NBA too. But I'm saying that seems to be even worse than murder, right? Because that's instant. That's worse than steroids. That's worse than everything. That's like instant DQ.
That's worse to them.
Yeah,
it's not worse to us.
Right, but I'm saying that's instant. That's instant DQ. Like no matter what. So technically, what this guy did in the eyes of the sports team is probably less than just like if he would gamble on his own team, that'd probably be more of a sin than what he's doing now.
You know
I hate
what?
to say it.
Probably to the football world.
Yeah.
Probably to the football world. But I was just thinking, at some point, and I've said this before, I don't see why the NFL like suspends players when they do something wrong. If they're not criminally going to jail, then how can the NFL do anything? So I can't go back on that, right? Because I can't say that he's not convicted of anything.
Right.
But God damn, if you listen,
well, there's video evidence, right? So let's assume the people.
the video's there.
Well, let's assume the people, the adults he sent the video to, made copies of the video. So now they have copies of the video, and they forward it to their friends and their friends. So it's like that Pert commercial. I told 2 friends, then they told 2 friends, because you know if he sent the video to one person, that person probably sent it to 5 other people.
Right.
I think the problem is, and what you're getting at though, is you still can't until that's proven.
You can't do anything.
You can't do anything.
Because it's an allegation.
You can't.
Right.
You have to let the system play out. You have to let it do its job.
And I'm the guy that said that.
But
I have to stay with that. But I'm thinking to myself, if there's any legitimacy that this total piece of shit sent the video of him having sex with his mother to her son, her underage son, then I mean, there's a level of just horrificness.
But I'm guessing too, she didn't get the abortion.
No, she did
not. She's
not.
going to have the kid, and then she's obviously suing for paternity and child support and all that
Right.
good stuff.
And is this the weirdest thing?
Yeah.
Is this the weirdest thing? And this is going to be very unpopular. But at this point, wouldn't it make sense if she just does? Because why would you want to carry a child of that person? I mean, think about what you have inside. You literally have.
But the flip side is
a demon inside you.
But no, I mean, you don't know that for sure.
But what I'm saying is, do you even want to continue that bloodline of someone like that?
But the flip
that was
side
the
is,
weird thing that I thought of.
No, but here's the flip side of that. From a pragmatic standpoint, she has the baby. She probably wants this guy to keep his job as a starting NFL defensive end.
Of course she does.
Say he's got like an $80 million contract, because if he's out of a job, then how is she going to pay that? Probably
she settles and gets
that $50,000 a month in child support or whatever she's going to ask
sets
for.
Her kids up. Her
sets them up
damaged
for life.
10-year-old and her baby.
So basically, she just kind of won the lottery in a way, because she'll sue him. He might settle out of court.
Wow.
Let's say she's getting $30,000 a month in child support, which is more than she probably would have had she not met this guy. So yeah, I hate to say it, but she probably took one for the team.
There's no easy answer to this. This is so complicated.
And plus, if she thought the way you did, she would have already got the abortion, right? So obviously, she doesn't think the same way you do.
Well, you know what? She might not have known. I mean, I guess until you get your kid's phone and you're just like, "Hey, Mom, what's this?" And you look at this and you're just like, "I just don't want that. Yeah. I don't want to be any part of that." Yeah. I mean, not that you. You mean I don't know if she knew him ahead of time. I have no idea what she knows, what she didn't know. How you get involved. I mean, people here.
That's a slippery slope to be.
Yeah. Right. But I mean, God, what a.
I'm sure it had to go through her mind, like it.
Yeah.
Well, like so the best.
Or
revenge,
I would guess.
The best revenge is just to get an attorney and sue him for paternity, sue him for alimony. I mean, she's not married, but sue him definitely for like max child support, and that's probably going to set her up, for life. When you think about it, she's going to.
She's been videoed.
Yeah.
The child's been sent the video.
Yeah.
She has his child.
I know, man.
She's
so
got him
much shit
between
going
a rock and a hard place.
Right, but I mean, man, it's
yeah.
Well,
it would be.
30
well, it's like the monkey's paw, right? You guys know that story about the monkey's paw? You ever heard that thing, right? Where you get the monkey's paw and you get a wish, right? And you wish for $10 million, and then you find out you get your $10 million. And your favorite, the woman that raised you your whole life, who's got 20 years more to live, just dropped dead.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
that
yeah.
negative.
Where
It's
yes,
that. Yeah.
the
It's that
negative
thing.
consequence for
Right. It's that
yes.
negative consequence where the
I didn't know
monkey's
that's what it
paws
was
and
called, but
evil.
yeah, yes.
There's some sort of you get what you want, but something horrible
Something.
happens.
So there's a sacrifice.
Yeah, there's a sacrifice,
Yeah.
like a horrible
Right.
sacrifice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And in all these things, as I'm reading this story, all these things are just like hitting me, and it would be like it would literally be impossible to not be like, how do you not have anger?
Yeah, that's a really complicated. I mean, she's going to need some therapy, and
But she's gonna have plenty of money to do it with.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's
What
assume.
about that kid?
But yeah, and let's
That's
assume
the most fucked up
yeah,
thing.
let-
Can you imagine something more fucked up than that?
Yeah, but let's assume she leaves. She has an average job, and now she just got knocked up by. You hate to say it, but there are women who will baby trap a professional athlete. I'm not saying she did it.
Are
but
you victim?
Yeah, don't.
No, but not the videotape.
Yeah.
Not the videotape part. Yeah,
Don't victimize
No,
her.
without that part.
Don't,
yeah,
don't.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying she can get her revenge by having the baby and just suing him for.
You
max.
can go with that part,
Yeah.
but not
Yeah.
the.
I'm not
There
saying- I
are
don't-
people who do
I don't,
that.
I don't
but
know that. Yeah, I don't know that, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah.
talking in generalities.
We
yeah,
can't.
so-
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but that separate part. Yeah, like I said, there's a process in the union. I think the commissioner has their own discretion. Like they don't have to wait for anything official from.
But I don't think it's fair.
That's a lot of power that
just
that
don't-
commissioner
yeah,
has.
I just don't think
of
it's
it.
fair
if we,
to-
If we know as much
But you
as we
can't.
do,
The thing
they
is,
have
though,
to know
Matt.
more.
But you got to prove it somewhere, right?
And
you
what
can't
you-
just
yeah.
you can't just
Oh,
say
videotape.
but
Video
you can't
footage.
just say this shit happened, right? Like
But what you said before is you can't just go because all of a sudden everyone's going to be accusing everybody.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah.
suspended and having to.
Yeah. Well, this is an extreme
yeah.
example. I mean, this
Right.
is different because there's actual
yeah.
video footage
Right.
out there that can easily be traced to his IP address or his phone. So this is different than just a woman accusing somebody of like some some sexual
this
assault
guy's name?
allegations.
Xavier Howard.
Xavier Howard.
Yeah. So when you see him, listen, when he makes the game-winning interception in the Super Bowl
Yeah.
next year,
Right.
and he stands up there and he gets the MVP, just know that he's not the most valuable person. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. He might be really,
Wow.
really good at football, but he's really, really bad at life.
Yeah.
He's really
That's
bad.
disgusting.
There's a lot of professional athletes who are great at what they do, but they're
Really
terrible
bad at
people.
life?
They're
Not good
terrible
Yeah.
people in real life. Yeah, we
Just-
can we can
bad
talk
at
about
life.
that ad nauseum, but yeah.
that, that's why that's one of those things why when people tell me like oh I saw a thing about him and he's great or she's great or whatever, I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm not interested.
Well, I mean,
I just don't want to know
I mean, I met the guy, but you know why Marilyn Monroe divorced Joe DiMaggio, right?
because he has a small dick.
Because he beat her up.
What?
He beat her.
Yeah.
And he was a control freak. He was super jealous. Like every time she'd go on a movie set,
I feel like she picked bad guys. Like
Yeah.
she was in
Yeah.
a bad place and
Yeah.
picked bad
But
guys.
she-
I'm sure if I saw
But that doesn't
movie,
mean he's not a bad
you
guy.
saw that movie.
Yeah.
Did she
Yeah.
pick bad guys?
She did, but
Yeah.
he was particularly controlling
Yeah.
and yeah.
yeah, he was.
But
like
I think girls that have a tough life end up sometimes picking bad people, right?
Yeah.
And they fall into that trap where
Yeah.
Yeah.
they just pick bad people. So and it could be that this guy, this kid's mom,
Yeah.
she had a tough life and just
It's
ended
possible,
Yeah.
yeah.
just
We don't
picking
know.
bad people.
We don't know
We
why.
don't know.
We
We
don't
don't
know
know why.
anything about
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
All I know is I hope she wins.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
And
obviously
I
if
hope
it's his
both
kid,
of
I
her
hope he
children are
loses.
good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I hope he loses.
Yeah.
I got to be 100% honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If any of it's if any of it's true, I do. I really hope he loses.
Well, maybe he only has one more year left in the league before the
And
cows
he ends
come
up on the
home.
Bears, and
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what I was
Oh,
thinking.
speaking of the Bears,
No.
we'll talk about that separately.
no,
but
we will not. We will not be talking about the Bears. Okay, we got to put this thing to bed. So, Teddy, I will make you go first. Last thoughts.
Wow, this was an interesting segment, and I did enjoy the that new segment that we did about the how to fib, if necessary. So maybe we'll do that a couple more times.
Matt just
fibbing,
spit all over
massive fibbing,
So the new
massive.
the new thing is Teddy tells a fib.
Teddy
Yeah,
tells
doesn't
a
it
fib.
doesn't it make it sound? It
Teddy's
makes it
tall
sound so
tales?
much nicer.
Teddy's tall tales,
Teddy's tall tales.
like Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, Teddy's tall tales from the crypt. All right, Jackie. Last thoughts.
I was happy to sit in for Mark. Do my first movie mention. I definitely had him in mind when I did it. So, just happy to be here.
Awesome.
We're happy to have you here.
So, do I
Thanks.
make Mark feel bad when I say I want to see that movie? Actually, you know what? I want to read the book because I
There
never.
has to be a book.
So they made a movie. Did they make a movie about the devil in the White City? Was that ever a movie?
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
they were talking about doing it. I don't know if they actually
What
made
is that
one.
about?
That's that
The
serial killer,
serial
from,
killer.
from Chicago, H.H.
Yeah.
Holmes back from the 1800s.
Oh.
World's Fair.
But I read the book.
Okay.
Love the book.
Yeah.
Oh my God, love that book. So yeah, I feel like you would get more out of it if you read the book from this thing.
Mm.
So I'm going to find that. Yeah.
Yeah.
When we're sitting in the bar,
Yeah.
can I look that up, Ted? Do you mind if I get on my phone?
I'm not going to commandeer your phone, so you're free to look up whatever you'd like. So.
Okay. See, I have
Is
no
he
idea.
going to pout if you're on your phone?
No, when we go to the bar.
I
We
just
go to
put
the bar.
my-
Teddy, after he has a certain number of drinks, he just puts his phone in his lap and just stares at his lap.
No, I put my hand over Matt's phone like this so he can't surf it, just because I want to just prevent him from doing the things he likes to do. So
Look, I never have my porn machine on when I'm in the bar. Yeah. No way. I'm not. It's like not like I'm in a movie.
you put it on airplane. you put your phone on airplane. You put your phone on airplane mode, right? Okay.
Do that shit at home, Matt.
It's so wrong. Oh my God! All right, so we miss Mark.
Yep.
I gotta say that legally I'm bound. Yeah.
We're contractually obligated to say we miss Mark.
I'm always happy to
Yeah.
see Mark.
Yeah,
He's a nice guy.
I am. But I'm glad you got to sit in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I loved your movie mention.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
loved it. Listen, keep listening, keep enjoying. We're getting new countries every week. So many people listening. This is so crazy to me. Around the world, all the people that are listening, like in all the weird places, not the places
Not
are
weird places.
Not
Just
these you people are weird. Yeah. It's just
distinct,
that to me,
distinct
Just-
yeah,
places.
it's just to me,
Places we wouldn't expect
Yeah.
people to even reach.
Right.
right,
Yeah.
right. Like I just
like
don't.
like the Amazon rainforest, for example.
Yeah,
right?
I just don't understand it. I have no idea. But listen, I'm glad you like it. Keep listening, and we will see everybody next time.